The Titans baseball team picked up a Southern Conference road win Wednesday evening, defeating Broward College 6-5. Tonight, the Seahawks will try to return the favor on Eastern Florida's Bruce Bochy Field. On the Melbourne campus, live, it's the Titans and the Seahawks next. Shaping up to be a Chamber of Commerce evening on Florida's Space Coast. College baseball here on WEFS. So glad to have you along as Eastern Florida renews its rivalry with Broward College here in the Southern Conference. So glad to have you along. My name is Jeff Radcliffe, joined as always by Jim Wilcoxon. And Jim, two teams trying to climb up the standings in the Southern Conference, and Eastern Florida trying to continue to build momentum.
Yes, they are. It'd be huge to get a win tonight and top off the series tomorrow afternoon with a sweep.
It's a dandy of a pitching matchup in this one. It will be the ace of the staff for the Seahawks, and Rafael Santos going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, he's an impressive freshman, left-handed pitcher. Comes in with a 6-1 record, 2.66 ERA, has 33 strikeouts and only 9 walks in 44 innings pitched.
Santos, a lefty out of Deerfield Beach. He'll be opposed by the man who leads Eastern Florida in innings pitched. That's Tyler Kaiser.
Yeah, Tyler, a local product, Orlando Olympia High School, comes in with a 2-3 record, 2.88 ERA, has 43 strikeouts and only 10 walks in 40 innings pitched. Very impressive start for Tyler.
Broward very sophomore dominated in the starting lineup. As we take a look, Abdel Guadalupe, the left fielder, will lead things off. Second baseman Jeremiah Adams is next. That's Alejandro Rivero. Onyx Vega, one of the best names in the Southern Conference. The third baseman will bat cleanup, followed by Alex Carballo. Freddie Matos, Joseph Renovales, Shamir Morales, and the shortstop will try to turn that order over, Zach Urso. Completing the warm-ups here is Tyler Kaiser, as Eastern Florida opting to go all black and white here today. The newspaper, the newsprint uniforms, keeping it nice and simple as you take a look at Kaiser.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Tyler to get off to a good start tonight, and especially keep those leadoff hitters off the bases as the Seahawks really like to run.
Titans snapped a 3-game losing streak at Broward on Wednesday, a 6-5 win. They had a 5-run third inning in that one. Broward will be in the gray uniform with the blue, and leading things off is Guadalupe, 5'10", 190. Outfielder from Carolina, Puerto Rico, leading the team in average at 383, also in runs, doubles, and home runs, has 5 of them in that leadoff spot.
Ball.
And there will be a ball.
A little too high on the breaking down.
And
Not by much,
of course,
though.
we've got our
I saw that.
umpires mic'd up. Give us some insight to this one. It will be flied out to right field. Castillo is under it for the Titans. He is the right fielder. Kevin Silva, the center fielder. Jason Corneal in left, and left to right across the infield, it's Andres Ramos, Dylan Espinal, Christian Sanjurjo, and Elian Morejo at first. And Jacob Zarello is Kaiser's battery mate. And we mentioned Greg Wilson. He is the home plate umpire. Bill Stanley out on the base paths. Both have certainly made the rounds in these parts, umpiring. And after Guadalupe is retired, here's Jeremiah Adams for the first time this evening, the second baseman.
That's important, Tyler. First 2 batters, he's on the first pitch strike, so that's huge. Tyler brings it up, usually 90, 92, has an excellent slider to go along with the atomic fastball.
Chop to left, Ramos clutches it, and it's wide of the target. And Adams on his way in to second base. So then throwing error on the Titans puts the first runner aboard here for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Tyler made a good pitch here, right on the outside part of the plate. Ramos made a nice play, set his feet, but just dropped his arm a little bit, and the ball sailed on him.
That brings Alejandro Rivero, Cuban first baseman. Went 3 for 5 with an RBI Wednesday in that 6-5 loss for the Seahawks, and has a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Hear the wind ripping, and that should continue throughout the night, kind of blowing in, so a lot of fly balls will likely be knocked down. And catcher Jacob Zarello will have a word with Tyler Kaiser.
Yeah, Rivero's one of 4 position players that have committed to 4-year schools next year. Right now he's committed to St. Thomas University.
Rivero also with 5 home runs, so co-leader in that department, batting .361. The Seahawks team that's 22-9, 6-4 in conference, but they've cooled off a bit as of late. They've lost 4 of 5 and 7 of 10 after win streaks of 10 and 8 to open the season. So 0-1. Kaiser working from the stretch. Chopped foul.
Looks like Tyler's got his A game tonight. He's really throwing strikes, getting ahead of the batters. That's very important.
Checks the runner, the delivery to the pitch, and this is a team that will run on contact. The first run of the game going to come home in the form of Jeremiah Adams. And Rivero with an RBI single here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Coach Beazer likes to be aggressive. They have 76 steals on the year and only been caught 9 times. So nice piece of hitting there by Rivero.
All important too when you're a running team that likes to manufacture runs. They want to be out in front and continue to push the envelope.
Absolutely, they can be aggressive throughout the entire game if they get ahead on you.
To see Onyx Vega for the first time, third baseman here for the Seahawks. The freshman in the lineup from Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico. Batting .328, has 33 RBIs. That leads the Seahawks team. Quick throwback to Rivero at first.
Yes, since the Seahawks really like to run, it's important. You look for Tyler to use the slide step tonight as he goes to the mound to try to keep the runners at bay.
Chopped up the middle. Espinal charging. Will throw to first and concede the runner over to second. And there are 2 away as Vega is retired.
Nice running play there by Dillon at shortstop.
Rivero advances to second on the play. And now we'll see Alex Carballo. Pembroke Pines. 5'11", 191, batting from the left side of the plate. He'll take a strike as Carballo, one of 4 players here that were teammates at Archbishop McCarthy. A couple of sophomores in the form of Carballo and Matos, who we'll see later. And Fernandez and Van Bell are 2 players that were freshmen from that school, so there's a pipeline.
Yeah, there's certainly state power down south. And Carballo, I believe he's one of the fastest players on the team. He's one of those 4 commits. He's committed to Kennesaw State, just north of Atlanta for next year.
Carballo, a 1-1 count.
Strikes.
So 1 run already in. 2 away, so it'll be a chopper to Sanjurjo at second. On the hop, will get the throw away in time, and the side is retired, but a run comes home on the single hit, the RBI by Rivero. There was a runner up on base after the error as well.
Really nice play by Sanjurjo going to his right, making a nice backhand, set his feet and throw to get out to speedy Carballo at first base.
So 4-3 on the putout, and we'll see the Titans down a run here in the early going. Here is the Titans batting order tonight. If it's been working, stay with it, and that's the case tonight for Jeff Tam. Kevin Silva will lead things off, followed by Dylan Espinal, Christian Sanjurjo, the second baseman. Cleanup batter will be Elian Morejo, Andres Ramos in the 5 spot, Paul Castro in the 6, then Jason Corneal, Jacob Zarello, and yes, the pitcher, Mason Studstill, the DH tonight, as the Titans dealing with a bit of the injury bug here. Broward Seahawks defense lines up like this. Santos's battery mate, Shamir Morales, is the catcher. You've got Vega, Urso, Adams, and Rivero across the infield. Guadalupe, Carballo, and Renovales is the right fielder.
Talking to Coach Beezer, Santos, believe it or not, was recruited as a position player. He only threw 7 innings in high school. So he came to him as a position player, and he found him a gym on the left side on the mound, which is always a good thing for a baseball coach.
Almost 3.
Santos completing his warm-ups, the lefty.
Not too bad. It's probably warmer down there. Let's do 2 more, okay?
So a microphone there on our home plate umpire, Greg Wilson, native of Ormond Beach. And he, along with Bill Stanley, graduates of the Wendelstedt School of Umpiring, the famed school up the way.
Yeah, come on.
And Wilson, 15-year vet, retired from the U.S. Marine Corps. So thank you for your service, Mr. Wilson. And he'll dust off the plate. We'll get ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Kevin Silva will lead things off, the freshman center fielder out of Kissimmee, Osceola. Went 2 for 4, 2 runs and 2 RBIs in that 6-5 win at Broward on Wednesday. The Titans had a 5-run third inning to pace themselves to that victory. Just their 3rd in conference play.
Yeah, Kevin's an excellent leadoff hitter, got excellent speed, hits to all fields. Right now he's coming in batting .287, and certainly he's a threat to steal when he gets on. He's 7 out of 9 in the stolen base department.
One 1-0, Silva to start things off. And there's a strike. Silva batting from that left side.
Okay. Help keep things moving along for me.
That's what we like to hear from the umpire.
Yeah, let's go.
Keep them moving.
We fouled off. Ball 2 strikes on Kevin Silva.
Yeah, according to Coach Beezer, Raphael, he'll sit between 86 and 90 miles an hour with his fastball, has a good curveball and an excellent changeup. So Titans should be ready to hit one of those 3 pitches.
Going upstairs, Santos, a proud graduate of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And certainly a high school that has been in the news for all the wrong reasons and followed up by many really good reasons as well. So our thoughts, of course, with everybody down that way. But quite a reaction from the student body and the staff of that school after that tragedy.
Absolutely.
Good athletic programs as well. We had the softball game on Wednesday, and there are a couple of players featured in that game from that school. So, and Silva is retired.
Silva did a good job hanging in, and then Santos just got the better of him with a nice curveball to finish him off with strike 3.
Santos' 34th strikeout of the season there. That brings up Dylan Espinal, the Titans shortstop. Freshman out of Puerto Rico. Batting .284. 16 stolen bases leads the team should he get on a threat on the base paths. The base is empty and 1 away. There's a strike. Eastern Florida so far in the Southern Conference season. 0-3 to Palm Beach, 1-2 to Miami-Dade, 1-2 to Indian River, and 1-0 against Broward, but the season is still young. Broward has been all East has had a bogey team in this conference. It's been Eastern Florida. Last year they were 0 for 7 against the Titans.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, talking to Coach Tam before the game, you know, he's still optimistic even though they've had a little bit of a rough start. He thinks if they can get 2 out of 3, get a sweep here and there, they can get right back in the picture for the state tournament.
Made it again last year. Finishing 2nd. And that one will be fouled off. That's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly. And he's really earning his money this year. He's had 5 players that are out for the year, and he only has 2 position players to even choose from off the bench. So he's had to get creative in a lot of different areas.
Certainly test the depth. This will be popped up just inside the infield, and making the play will be Jeremiah Adams. And there are 2 down here in the bottom of the first. This inning will be up to Christian Sanjurjo, the second baseman, as you see Jeff Tam. Now in his 6th season, man who was the pitching coach under Ernie Rosso, former O'Galley star, and played at Florida State before quite the major league career.
Yeah, he's done a great job taking over here at Eastern Florida, really built a solid program.
.391 career ERA as mainly a setup man. One outside. Oh, no nonsense customer too. He certainly has expectations of the players, and he rewards them by moving them on to bigger and better things.
He certainly does. He's got a great track record moving kids to 4-year schools or through the draft.
Going opposite way, and it'll be the first hit of the game for Christian Sanjurjo and the Titans, and a runner aboard with 2 out.
That was a nice piece of hitting by Sanjurjo. Santos left it up. Santos left the pitch up just a little bit on the outer part of the plate, and Sanjurjo just went with the pitch, took it right over the first baseman's head for a nice single.
Now the cleanup hitter, Elian Morejo. With a runner on first and pitching from the stretch now, Rafael Santos. It's always tough to run on a lefty. And the strike from Santos.
Yeah, it really is. I think it forces players to get about a full step less of a lead when you're facing a lefty versus a righty. Can't be quite as aggressive.
Strike 2. From experience, there's always that the part of stealing when you have to look straight into the eyes of that pitcher as they look at you. There's something that just takes an edge off of it a little bit and a little less likely to want to go.
Ball, it's outside.
When you know you're being watched.
That's exactly right.
Like Rockwell.
And those lefties can be tricky with that move.
Yep.
Some of them are balks and they don't get called. And of course the base umpire's in a tough position to make that call at this level when you only have 2 umpires.
Now fisted on the left side of the infield, and the force out will be completed there. Urso over to Adams, and that is the inning. No runs on a hit and a runner left. Titans down 1-0.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
We go to the top of the second as the Seahawks have a 1-0 lead. And it will be 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Seahawks, starting off with Freddie Matos, the designated hitter. Matos, one of those 4 former Archbishop McCarthy players are on the team, batting .376.
Ted Tyler's doing a great job on the mound so far, keeping that first pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Behind in the count, however, here 2-0. Kaiser 2-3 on the season, 2.88 on the ERA. Has struggled to get some run support at times. And gets a strike there.
2 balls, 1 strike. Let's keep 1 in and 1 out with nobody
Yeah,
on.
he's one of 2 Titan players that have committed for next year. He's committed to the University of Miami. Tyler is, so it'll be interesting to see how well he can do down there for the Hurricanes.
A foul ball.
And Mason Studstill, the DH tonight, but also one of the top pitchers, is also committed to Florida Gulf Coast University. So 2 Titans on their way to play more
Bigger
baseball.
Things, yeah, here in the state of Florida as well. Of course, Canes program, one of the best there is nationally, historically. Frank Morris no longer the head coach, right? Did he retire?
Right.
Yep. Well, had that North Carolina accent. Used to love listening to him talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to cover Miami a couple of times at the College World Series. And a down-to-earth guy. So not Miami, too.
Right, yeah. He would be the last person you'd pick to coach
exactly.
Miami. But they have so many quality players in South Florida, you just get the best of the best down there.
Alex Rodriguez pumping money into it as well now.
That never hurts.
And Matos with the full count. And down goes Matos, first strikeout victim of the afternoon for Kaiser.
That's a great 3-2 pitch from Tyler Kaiser. Most players are going to be looking for that fastball. He went with the backdoor curveball. Got Matos looking.
Joseph Renovales will bat for the first time tonight. The 7-hole hit out of Pompano Beach. Sophomore, batting .318. He'll take a strike from Kaiser.
Can't react to that one. Ball, just out.
And we're going to be just down to the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Renovales is another one of those players that can really run if he gets on. He's got 13 steals on the year.
Oh, just down.
So it's really important, Tyler, keep these speed demons off the base as much as
2 balls,
possible.
1 strike.
2-1 the count. And Renovales. Fouled back.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Continue the conversation on baseball coaches in the state of Florida at the Division I level. Doesn't get much better than Mike Martin. There is Renovales strikes out. So 2 straight strikeouts here to start this second inning.
Once again, Kaiser came in with a 2-strike slider to fool Renovales for strike 3. Excellent pitch. So important to get that first batter of the inning, and it really takes away a lot of things that the team can do offensively. So now he's got the first 2 out, and hopefully he can close them out.
Brings up Shamir Morales as the Titans looking to go 1-2-3. Morales the catcher. He will chop this to second. Sanjurjo, no, it will be Morejo, and not covering quick enough was Kaiser, and aboard is going to be Morales. So infield hit. A high chopper is always difficult to contend with.
that's a tough one, but unfortunately Kaiser didn't follow the spring training rules. That pitcher covering first, you work on that the first month of the season, and he just went brain dead right there and forgot to cover first.
Got to forget about it now. Worry about the batter, who's Zach Urso, the shortstop, trying to turn this runner over from Weston, Florida. Again, from the left side of the plate, a number of guys that are lefties in this lineup. And that certainly plays to your advantage, too, when it comes to filling out a lineup card.
Yes, it does.
Hits the outside corner.
But, yeah, you're right. You mentioned Coach Martin in Florida
Martin.
State
Oh, what a
minute
character
ago.
he is.
Yeah, he's a character, and it's been so consistent over the years.
Yeah,
He's had an amazing
39
program.
seasons.
That's incredible.
It's an institution. One of the nicest guys
Ball
you'll ever
in.
meet, just like Morris, both of them.
Right. Yeah, just very down to earth.
Just a little.
Kind of guy you'd want
Not
your
too
son to
much.
play for.
Yeah.
All right, I got 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's that great drawl. I love hearing him talk. Salmon no baseball. And there's a strike.
Looks like both pitchers are really throwing the ball well tonight,
Yeah.
so we could have a pitcher's duel before this one's all over.
Urso in batting 235, and hit it right at Morejo, gets the put out, and the side is retired. There was a hit, no runs, and 1 left on in the middle of 2. Still 1-0 Broward. That one goes 3 unassisted. Titans looking to even things up here. It'll be Ramos, Castillo, and Corneal in the 2nd inning for Eastern Florida. And right now, 3-7 in the Southern Conference to improve that mark tonight.
Yeah, Urso really turned on this ball real well, and Morejo did a great job of staying down on it, fighting that sun a little bit. Made a nice play there at first base for the 3rd out.
And members of the Titans softball team taking in the game, just arriving here probably after practice. It's one thing that's unique, and I've said it many times, whether it's a soccer broadcast, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, all these student athletes support each other.
They really do, and that's the way it should be. It's really great to see them get out and support each other's programs.
Santos ready for his 2nd inning of work. And see head coach Ben Beezer there. Now in his 5th season. Native of state of Maine. Fine player at Guilford College in North Carolina, D3. 67 career college games without committing an error as an infielder.
That's impressive in its own right.
Also a summer league coach as well. Seacoast up in New England. There's Ramos for the first time to lead things off in the 2nd. Andres, 6'2", 185 out of Puerto Rico, batting .258, 2 for 4 in that win Wednesday. And he launches it to left field. Going back is Guadalupe. He'll look up, and it will go to the wall. And a stand-up double for Ramos, who gave that one a ride.
Yeah, I thought that one had a chance to get out of here. He really went down and got that pitch. That was not a bad pitch by Santos. He got it down around the knees, and Andre just went down and got it. And had the wind not been blowing in, I think he would have been touching them all. It's a great way to start off the inning, though. You get a runner on 2nd, leadoff runner. Now it gives Coach Tam a lot of options here.
Paul Castillo, the sophomore out of Miami's Slam Academy, batting .346. Does have 11 RBIs so far this season.
Paul's done a great job for the Titans this year. He's played both corners of the outfield, also played a little 2nd base, switch hitter as well. Very versatile player.
Yeah. Versatility gives your coach some options, and there an easy put out there for Rivero. So the bunt was a little too high.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of stabbed. Pitch was up a little bit, which that's a difficult pitch to bunt in itself, but he also jabbed at the ball a little bit instead of you want to catch the ball with the bat and kind of deaden it a little bit, get the top part of the ball, get that ball on the ground to advance the runner.
If it was easy, everybody could do it, though.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Jason Corneal now with 1 out, a runner on 2nd. Cornel out of the Dominican Republic.
Time.
3:54 and time called.
All right, let's play.
His left fielder for an RBI. Has 16 of them coming in. He'll take that one just outside.
Yeah, Jason's really done a great job hitting the baseball all year. His average has hovered between 350 and the low 400s all year, and he's got power to all fields. He's a good-looking player.
Let's have a home run to his credit this year. You have to earn a home run today with everything blowing in, as we just saw with Ramos.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Best bet is to hit it on the line.
That's for sure. Get on top of the baseball. It's going to be real important for him to just, if nothing else, get the runner to third base right here, even with 2 outs. Give Jacob Zarello on deck a chance to get him in.
Runner goes, and we'll have to come back. It's fouled off by Cornel. He's trying to
Where'd that ball go? Oh, it's back
protect
here.
him.
Coach Tam being a little aggressive here with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
We'll go 1 and 2 on Cornel. Almost the runner at second. Santos checks the runner, comes plate.
Ball in.
Inside. Santos was looking backwards as he started pitching.
Yeah, he kind of gave Ramos something to think about there at second base, but he came in with the heater there under the hands. That was a good pitch, just a little bit off the inside part of the plate.
Here's a throwback. Not in time, and they're safe.
2 and 2. Yes, sir.
As Ramos does have 2 stolen bases. Not the biggest threat in the world to swipe third, but you'll do what you're told. Jeff Tam is coaching third base.
Yeah, typically with a left-handed pitcher, you can get a little bit bigger lead.
That's the trade-off from first, yeah.
Exactly.
They pounded foul. You just got to get the second to take advantage. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cornel.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Andres take off again here with 2 strikes. Be aggressive.
And they were thinking that, but was not to be the case. Let's look to even up the score here in the home half of the second. Not really committed to going to the plate right now. Is Santos really worried about their runner?
That's a great job, though. You want to distract the pitcher. Maybe he makes a mistake, and Jason can turn on one right here and put it in the gap.
Has to be looking for that pitch. Coming to the plate.
Oh, that's in.
Inside. So now favorable. Let's work that count back.
Still working on the inside. Full count. 3
Yeah,
balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like the scouting reports try to work Jason in a little bit, but I bet Santos may try to go outside with something right here. Kind of change his eye level a little bit and try to get him lunging at the ball.
And went down and got it. That should move the runner over. It does, and Cornel's retired at first, but Ramos over to third on the fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, Jacob Zarello. The tying run 90 feet away. Got a lefty here, which could be advantageous. Zarello, the catcher, 1 for 3 with a run, and that 6-5 win on Wednesday.
Yeah, Jacob's got excellent power at all fields, and he's also got a good eye. He leads the team in walks this year. Just excellent eye at the plate.
Freshman out of Miami's Westminster Academy by way of the University of North Florida. Zarello will take, and faking the throw was Morales, just to keep him honest.
Yeah, Ramos being aggressive down there. The third baseman is playing off the line a little bit, and he's got to be careful, though. Looks like Morales is ready to throw one down there.
Zarello with with 8 RBIs to go with that .254 average. Hangs that one right down Broadway. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a good take by Zarello, though. You don't want to swing at that first pitch curveball or first strike curveball. You want to look for something you can drive with a fastball, and only swing at that if you have 2 strikes.
Yes, he did.
They got him going there, and strike 2.
Yeah, he got fooled a little bit on that pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2.
So Santos strike away from getting out of this inning. The runner on third, trying to leave him stranded. Here's the 1-2. Stretch, the pitch. Oh,
2 balls, 2
outside.
strikes.
2-2.
It's really important, I think, for the Titans to get this run in. Anytime you start the inning off with a double, you want to get that run in. I think it's critical, especially in a game that looks like it's going to be a pitcher's duel. Every run's really going to matter.
That one upstairs, and he's worked the count full, has Zarello. Mason Stud still on deck should he get aboard. Also have to be thinking, if you're Ramos at third, any passed ball, wild pitch, you are on your horse.
Exactly. Yeah, he's kind of shortened his lead a little bit down there.
No, he didn't go.
In
no
the dirt.
swing.
And a 2-out walk issued by Santos. First walk for either pitcher. Runners on the corners now with Mason Stud still.
Yeah, Jacob learned. He did an excellent job laying off that pitch. Didn't cross the plate. And that's why he leads the team in base on balls. That's his 21st walk of the season. So excellent eye for the plate.
Well, Stud still a member of the Titans pitching staff at Preston to duty here as a designated hitter, batting .167, has 3 runs and a stolen base to his credit. And if you get any production out of him, it's a bonus tonight.
Yes, it is. And he's just a well-rounded player. He's been in the DH role a few times this year. Again, kind of pressed into duty with all the injuries.
Too, but pitch unfortunately takes precedence.
Mason's got a good idea of the strike zone and can hit the ball to all fields.
Stud still as a pitcher, 1-3, .454, has 7 starts and 9 appearances. So he's one of those workhorse type guys, and it's going to be popped up and thankfully out of play.
It's in the hole 0-2 right here. It's real important for Mason to choke up a little bit, to try to put something in play. The big gap between first and second, if he gets something on the outer part of the plate, just push one over there and get it through the infield.
0-2. Takes
ball.
There's a ball, 1-2. Stud still out of Rockledge High School from Titusville.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Earned his first save of the season in that 6-5 win at Broward. Went 1 inning, struck out 2. He is trying to the Titans aboard with his bats and takes another.
Well, good eye right there. That pitch was close, right at the knees, just off the inside corner. Good take right there by Mason.
Santos runners on the corners, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and blasted to left field. This has got a chance to fall, and it will. An RBI for Mason Stud still. He's going to stretch it into a double. Everybody is safe. Mason Stud still. The big 2-out RBI double.
That's a great piece of hitting by Mason Stud still. He hung in there, got a pitch on the inner third, and just turned on and drove it down the left field line for a nice double for the Titans. Now we're all tied up at 1 with 2 outs and runners on second and third.
Zarello, one of those out there.
Good pitch.
And this will be chopped to second by Silva, on to first. And that is the inning, but a run comes home on a big 2-out hit from Mason Stud still, and it's tied at 1.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
And she's
She
2
hit
for 2.
that one. That was solid.
Picked up it short by Pennington on the first. 1-0. Swings. And
there
it's
she
over the head
goes.
of the right fielder. Strike 3. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Whole new ball game. Tied at 1 as we go to the top of the third between Eastern Florida and Broward College. So glad to have you along. Jim Wilcoxon, Jeff Radcliffe with you on a beautiful evening for baseball. A little crisp, but we'll take that. Cold spell up in the northeast. It trickles down here a bit, but just give it a month and it's going to be roasting. So
Exactly. It's hard to complain with what they're dealing with in the Northeast, though. It's a beautiful night for baseball, for sure.
Sure, all of us here in Florida are hearing it from our relatives and friends up that way. It will be Guadalupe, Adams, and Rivero, top of the order here for the Seahawks. Locked in a 1-1 game. And Tyler Kaiser getting set to start inning number 3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Tyler makes going through the order for the second time right here. Done an excellent job so far in the first 2 innings, really keeping the ball, throwing that first pitch strike, keeping the ball on the outside corner.
Guadalupe went 2 for 4 and an RBI on Wednesday. And flied out to right to open the game and leads the team in average runs, doubles, and a co-leader in home runs. Does just about everything at the plate very well, and they will just be very aggressive, and will that drop? It will. So a base hit for Abdo Guadalupe to lead off the third. Adams will bat next as we take a look.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler left that ball up just a little bit, and as you said, Guadalupe's an impressive hitter. He leads in just about all their offensive categories, and he knew what to do with that one, driving it to left center.
It's Jeremiah Adams who scored the game's first run on the single by Rivero in the first. Reached on an error, so an unearned run at that.
Guadalupe's also 11 out of 12 in the stolen base department this year, so Tyler's going to need to do a great job keeping him close, vary his looks over there, use a slide step to get it to the plate to give Jacob a chance to throw him out if he does go.
That's a second baseman. Thought about a throw back to first. And in time, Guadalupe into the bag. Trying to dare these catchers here. Zarello not shy about going to sneak you out. Nice lead by Guadalupe. Checking back, the throwback that time, and safely Guadalupe.
So important, I think, for the pitchers to vary their moves to first, so the runner can't lock in on. He looks once and goes to the plate. You've got to mix up your looks and your moves.
Boy, fastball gets by Adams that time. 1-1.
Yeah, that was some nice heat right underneath the hands, just throwing it right by Adams there. Adams, again, is another one of those position players. He's committed to West Point for next year, so not only is he a strong baseball player, but he's strong academically.
Strong in the character department. Runner goes, and it's going to be not in time and not on target. Guadalupe has swiped his 12th base of the season.
Yeah, Guadalupe got an excellent jump. There really wasn't a whole lot Jacob could do with it. He made a nice throw. It's just Guadalupe runs so well. Stole the base relatively easily.
Adams and West Point as he dribbles it towards short. Going to be a tough throw, but in time it's made by Ramos. Runner moves to third on the play. Adams is retired.
Yeah, Coach Beezer playing a little small ball here with wasn't really a sacrifice bunt. It was more of a base hit bunt, but it served the same purpose, getting that runner to third base with only one out.
It's Alejandro Rivero and the RBI single in the first.
We got one out.
Rivero,
One.
3 for 5 on Wednesday. Cuban first baseman. And again, co-leader in home runs, 5. Does have 23 RBIs as well. That's up near the team lead. So very productive player at the plate is Rivero. Guadalupe the lead at third. Chases a bad one out of the strike zone there.
2 nice sliders from Kaiser there, those first 2 pitches. Looks like Coach Tam's got his infield in. Going to cut down that runner from third on an infield hit. So you know he's counting on a low-scoring game, bringing him in this early in the game.
Up the middle, and there's a base hit. And back in the lead go the Broward Seahawks. So a short-lived tie. Rivero is second RBI of the game, and a good piece of hitting up the gut.
Yeah, Kaiser makes a pretty good pitch right here. It's down and away, and Rivero just went down and got it and drove it right back up the middle. Didn't try to pull it. Hit it where it was pitched. And again, there's another example of that leadoff runner getting on.
Moving them around.
How important it is, just moving around, get them on, get them over, get them in, is the old saying, and that's what Broward has just done.
I think the manufacturer runs the best they can. Another, and the flip to second, trying to turn 2, unable to do so. It's over to Morejo, and Vega's retired, but a run comes home on the benefit of 2 hits. 2 runners erased there on the double play.
Nice pitch there. Little 4-6-3, Sanjuro to Espinal to Morejo, the pitcher's best friend in the inning.
A 2-1 lead for Broward as we go to the bottom of the third. We'll join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. This weekly in-depth program explores the 11 Titans men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday nights at 8 right here on WEFS. The Titans will come to the plate for the third time. A little brisk here, the fans tonight, getting bundled up for what could be a crisp evening. Espinal, Sanjuro, and Morejo due up. Well, keeping a close eye on Jeremy Schulman's men's basketball team. They are in the national semifinals tonight out in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Yeah, Coach Schulman, he's done a great job with the men's program, hasn't he? He's got quite a basketball program.
The Barton of Kansas in the quarterfinals on Thursday night. So 2 wins and 2 to go to win a national championship. Of course, they made it to the finals last year, lost to the hosts Hutchinson, who were eliminated already, so won't have to face them again.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot of the top seeds going down.
Kind of like the NCAA March Madness.
Yes.
Had quite a few surprises in that tournament so far.
UVA will now be an answer to a trivia question, whether you
yeah. Spoken like a true Hokie that you are, right? Virginia Tech man.
Love it. You gave me the choice.
2-1.
You have UVA #1 overall seed go in the first round, or have your team win the game against Alabama. I would say, yeah, I like the bigger story. And getting aboard on the infield hit will be Espinal.
Dylan did a really nice job there making an adjustment at the plate. Santos is moving it in and out on him, and he went out and got this one. Had a little heat on that ground ball, and that would have been a tough play for Adams at second, but nice infield hit for Dylan Espinal to start off the inning.
Sanjurjo for the second time on a base hit in the first. And another base hit will move the runners. Stopping at second is Espinal. So back-to-back hits to lead off the third for the Titans. Alien Morejo, you got the cleanup hitter now, and this is going according to script here for Jeff Tam. Get the first couple on and then let your heavy hitters finish them off.
Yeah, great start here to the bottom of the third for the Titans, and even though Morejo's a cleanup hitter and hitting for a high average, he's also a pretty good bunter that you don't normally see out of a cleanup hitter. So gives Coach Tam some options here. Either let him hit and run, maybe double steal there, or just bunt him over, play it safe.
Espinal at second does lead the team in stolen bases. Where do you put the odds at a double steal here? You don't want to run yourself out of the inning either.
I would say probably low right here. I think it just depends on what Coach Tam thinks about the pitcher and what kind of relievers does Broward have to come in behind him. I look for him to let him, swing away at least for one strike, possibly give him one strike to swing away, and then possibly bunt him over on strike two. He can't do anything with it.
Quick conversation with Santos on the mound. As Broward quickly, last inning, erasing a tie game by looking to give it back. Bunt is foul.
And I was wrong. It looks like he's going to play a little small ball, try to bunt him over from the get-go.
You don't want to be predictable.
No, you don't. Definitely want to keep him guessing. Morejo didn't get quite squared around there. He needs to get his feet turned around towards the mound and get that bat squared up. I did jinx him a little bit.
Great bunter.
That was the bunt. That was the bunt of a cleanup hitter right there. So he needs to get those feet turned around and shoulders squared up to the pitcher to get that sacrifice bunt down.
Yeah, living up to the traditional cleanup hitter role. He's going to show bunt, and we'll get that one down, but foul.
That's foul.
That's what we said there.
Yeah, much better effort there, and that one had a chance. But now he's 0-2, so I'm sure he's going to have him swinging away. The only danger here is potentially hit into a double play, but hopefully he can get something drive, at least lift it in the air, and get Dylan to third from second base.
If you're Rafael Santos, you're focusing on keeping it down now, right?
Absolutely. You want to keep it down,
get a chopper
away from him. Nothing he can really turn on and drive.
Well, we'll throw it back. Whew, just in time, Espinal. Again, a threat to steal, and you know that Santos and the coaching staff, of course, of Broward knows that.
Yeah, look at that little set play there, a little timing play to keep Espinal honest at second base.
The 0-2, Morejo. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. First strikeout. I think that's second for Santos in this game.
Yeah, Santos decided to just rear back and challenge him with a fastball there and just threw it by him. And even though you never like a strikeout, but it's better than hitting on the ground into a double play at this point, and gives Ramos a chance to maybe drive another one out there like he did at his last at bat.
The big two-out RBI, two-out double rather, and then came around to score. The double to lead off that second inning. Now with an RBI opportunity. Espinal at second, Sanjurjo at first, and a timeout call.
Right here, I wouldn't be surprised to see a double steal with one out. Try to get both runners in scoring position with one out, and take away the possibility of that double play. Espinal runs well, as you just said.
Thought about it, got underneath it. Popped up.
Field fly, the batter's out.
And Urso puts the glove on it, and there are 2 away. So down to their final out in this inning after getting the first 2 runners aboard. Now it'll be up to Paul Castillo.
Yeah, what looked to be a potentially big inning for the Titans. Now we're scrambling to get that 1 run in with 2 outs.
Castillo got into 3 unassisted in the second inning. And he's down a strike here, 2 away. That one outside.
Castillo runs well, you know, for a corner
1 ball,
outfielder.
1 strike.
He's tied with Kevin Silva with 4 triples on the year. So it tells you he can run a little bit if he can get one out there in the gap.
Ooh, and that's going to leave a mark. Fouled to the catcher, Morales. That's the life of being a catcher, right? It's not an easy job. You take them for the team sometimes.
Yeah, Santos challenged Castillo with a fastball, and he just got on top of that, just missed it. Unfortunately, Morales is paying the price. That's why they call it the tools of ignorance, I think. That's tough being a catcher. You get nicked and bumped back there every game. It's a tough job. That's what makes it amazing. Guys like Pudge Rodriguez, who
the longevity
caught for 14, 15 years in the big leagues, 162 games a year. It's amazing, the wear and tear on your body.
And your knees, first of all, being in that crouch spot for so long.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of first basemen or a lot of catchers end up at first base towards the latter part of their career, because their knees are just shot.
Just wears you out. This will be a chopper, and that will end the inning. So 2 left on base after a couple of hits. No runs come home, and Broward continues to lead 2-1. We'll be right back.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
We're a third the way home here at Bruce Bochy Field. Broward leading Eastern Florida 2-1. Go to the top of the 4th. Broward batting and trying to lead things off. There's Carballo. And a 1 pitch and 1 out.
Yeah, we like those. 1 pitch, 1 out, and save that pinch count for later in the game. Plus, the way Carballo runs, it's good to get him off, keep him off the bases for sure.
And 17 stolen bases. Freddie Matos, strikeout victim in the second inning. His second at bat.
Ball.
He'll take a ball. Matos, a designated hitter. Pembroke Pines native. a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And one of those many lefties in the order for Coach Beezer. I'll send that one out of play.
Tyler's doing a great job tonight, really filling up the zone with a lot of strikes, changing fastball, slider, curveball, trying to keep the Seahawks off balance.
All 2 strikes. And strikes him out for the 2nd time tonight. So 3rd strikeout for Kaiser. 2 away here in the 4th.
There was no guessing there. That was just what they call liquid gas right there on the outside part of the plate. That was no doubt about that fastball.
Navalis, the right fielder, also a strikeout victim in the 2nd. Joseph out of Pompano Beach, Conrad Academy, batting .318. Not that time. 1-0. Sophomore right fielder. Going to extend this inning. Titans looking to get 1, 2, 3 for the first time. Could be here. Sanjurjo on to Morejo. And that's inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Seahawks in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the home half. The Titans still trailing by a count of 2-1. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Exactly right. It's nice to have those quick innings, especially when you're down a little bit and just came off of a tough inning where you probably should have scored 1 or 2 runs. And Tyler got them out in order, and now the Titans can come back and swing the sticks.
Well, the scoreboard been malfunctioning here at Bruce Bochy Field, but when you're looking at basically the box score we got going on, if you're going to hold true here, the Titans should get a run, because the even innings have seen 1 run for Broward, the odd innings have seen a run for Eastern Florida. So
that's right.
So look at our trailer.
Yeah, the guys and girls are doing a great job.
Our crew showing us the scoreboard. So we got the binary scorecard right now, 1-0, 1-0, and 0-1-0. So we take a look at how we've arrived to this point. A little chopper. And the error, let's really put things into motion to set up the unearned run in the top of the 1st. Blasted. And bringing the run home was Rivero's single. Adams came home to score, and Eastern Florida came right back. To the fence it went. Ramos will stand up double to start things off, and then the RBI from Mason Studstill. Normally a pitcher, and gave it a good ride there. And we are back to action here in the home half of the 4th inning. Jason Corneal will start things off. So 7, 8, 9 for Jeff Tam's Titans.
Ball.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So with Santos only throwing 7 innings in high school, that team must have been loaded, or I don't know if he was hurt part of the time or what, but he's an excellent looking young pitcher. He's got excellent mechanics and keeps the ball around the plate.
That are not scouted properly by his coaching staff in high school.
All right.
Ball.
Misses that one. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Corneal advanced the runner on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. To help lead to that run, he'll go opposite field, and Renavalis will track it down and right, 1 away. We'll bring up the catcher, Jacob Zarello. Zorello batting .254. Walked and reached third back in the second.
Now the way the sun's starting to set, the shadow's about to get to the pitcher's mound, and makes it a little tougher on the hitters, and certainly the right side of the infield and outfield is a tough sun for the players.
Zorello drew that walk in the second inning.
Ball.
He's certainly good at that. He's ahead 2-0. Like you said, 20 walks, 21 to lead the team up the middle. Will it be a seeing eye? Boy, great throw. And Urso takes care of business, denying that ball through.
Yeah, really looked. That one had a chance to get through there. Caught it off the end of the bat just a little bit, and Zach Urso did an excellent job moving his feet to his left, covering some ground.
Now off the top of the mound, that's not an easy play to track that.
No, not at all. And it just shows that Urso really is picking the ball up well off the bat to get a good jump on it.
Well, here's Studstill, the RBI man, a 9-hole hitter. At the double. Let's see if he's feeling it here. Maybe getting too overconfident. 0-1. Really good at bat before that.
He'll probably be the first one in Coach Tam's office after the game, wanting to be in the lineup again tomorrow, hitting.
See if he can make it 2 for 2. Right down the line. He's got another. Studstill will hold up at first. So a double and a single for Mason Studstill.
I don't think he'll have to go in his office after going 2 for 2. I think that'll be an automatic tomorrow.
Will he hit for himself when he pitches? That's the question.
Once again, Santos tried to keep it in on Mason, and Mason just did a good job of turning on it, getting right down the line, just inside the bag at third.
Turns the runner over here with 2 out, or turns the lineup over with 2 out. Doing the job. Now Kevin Silva at the plate. He is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out. Takes that one upstairs from Santos.
Two outs. Don't look for Mason to run. He's not particularly fast, and plus he's one of your better pitchers. You don't want him to take a chance and get hurt.
Strike one.
It's going to really be important for Kevin to try to drive one in the gap and get him first and third, and let Dylan on deck take care of business.
Bruce Bochy Field, there's a lot of space to do just that.
It is a large outfield to cover for sure.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Silva, 4th batter this inning. Comes the pitch from Santos from the stretch. Got a piece of it. Still drops the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice curveball from Santos there. Had Silva out on his front foot, off balance a little bit. That's how he got him out last time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's important to stay back on that curveball, try to drive it back through the middle or the other way. But of course, easier said than done. Because then they do that.
Him out looking. 2nd strikeout for Silva, and 3rd overall for Rafael Santos, and his team keeps the lead, so there goes the script.
Yeah, that was just one of those really good fastballs from Rafael Santos. Had Silva looking for that curveball again and fooled him.
So it remains 2-1 contest as we go to the top of the 5th. Titans looking to come from behind, but we'll have to keep Broward from pushing the envelope here in the 5th inning. As the bottom of the order will feature here, Samir Morales and Zach Urso to start things off, who will try to turn it over for Guadalupe. And we'll take this time to remind you that April 2018 is Spring Open House Month on the Eastern Florida State College campuses. They open their doors to you. Every event will feature tours, assistance with EFCS, Eastern Florida's online application and financial aid, info how to direct connect to UCF, plus featured events unique for each campus. Visit easternflorida.edu to see a schedule and to sign up for the campus of your choice. It's open house month here in April. Broward nursing a 2-1 lead. This is a 1-run win for Eastern Florida Wednesday night down in Davie. You can come from behind here, get a victory. If you're Jeff Tam, you've got the series in hand.
Absolutely, that would be huge for the Titans.
And it gets the ace of their staff as well. Shamir Morales will lead things off. Freshman out of San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico. Product of the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy. He's batting .270 and had the infield hit in the second inning. Tyler Kaiser looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 jobs. Morales, the freshman catcher.
Looks like the Titan defense has got him played straight up in the outfield.
Turns on it. And going to be gloved by Espinal. Long throw. A little stretch at first, not enough. And the leadoff runner aboard in the form of Shamir Morales. Tough throw to begin with. The old Dave Concepcion one-hop attempt.
Yeah, that was something. It was something just for Dylan to get to the ball. He made a nice backhanded play under the glove of Ramos. Made a valiant effort, but just a tough play over there at first base for Morejo.
It's the second infield hit in as many at-bats for Morales, who's now on first. Morales does have 1 stolen base this year. Not the longest legs to stretch these out. We'll see if he goes. Because as a team, you know that Coach Beezer is going to want to push that envelope once somebody's on.
Yeah, I think I don't look for him to steal, but definitely look maybe to bunt and get him, move him over that way.
Zach Urso direct to the first baseman Morejo in that second inning. Urso will have to wait for Morales to get back to first. It was off and running.
But you're right, the old Davey Concepcion back in the day in the AstroTurf, he would just land at about 10 feet in front of the first baseman, and it was the same thing as getting there in the air.
Tony
really
Perez, yeah, had that dig those out.
Had that perfected.
Don't see many of those AstroTurf fields anymore, but the Big Red Machine was one of those that could really play that to an advantage.
Yes, they did.
Down the line, foul ball.
Great decision there by Ramos at third base to let that go foul, because it looked like it had a little bit of spin on it. If he was going to let it go too long, it may have gone back fair, and then they would have had runners at first and second. So now Kaiser's got 2 strikes on him. He can throw his pitch right here. I look for him to just maybe overpower him with a fastball right here. 9-hole hitter.
Come on, baby.
2-2. Kaiser comes set. Leadoff hitter Guadalupe on deck. Really important batter here, and gets him to go. Strike 3. So that's the 4th K for Tyler Kaiser.
Nice 2-strike pitch by Tyler there. Looked like he actually took a little bit of something off that one. That was more of a changeup than the fastball, but it was a good spot down and away, and for out number 1 for the Titans.
Kaiser now with 47 strikeouts on the season. I believe that should lead the team now. Stud still had 44 coming in. And as the shadows continue to grow, Kaiser doing a nice job on the mound. Saved by Zarello. Ball outside, 1-1. And the runner at first, Morales, the benefit of that infield hit. Singled, stole a base, and scored Guadalupe in the 3rd. First pitch swinging, taking it deep and over the fence. Or no, base hit rather. And coming in quickly. So a double. Kind of lost that ball in the air. So still big hitter there for Guadalupe once more. You see why he leads them in about all offensive categories.
Yeah, that pitch was down and in a little bit, and he just turned on it. And kind of like Ramos's hit back in the second inning, and he just hit the base of the wall with it, base of the fence, and stand-up double.
So now runners on the corners. Kaiser is going to be the beneficiary of a conference with Jeremiah Adams on deck. Or ready to hit here.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Tam's just discussing how he wants to pitch Adams, any kind of strategy. You know, you could think about putting him on, loading the bases, but then you got to deal with Rivera, who's a big power hitter. So I'm sure they're going to pitch to Adams. A strikeout here would be huge. Then you're able to move the defense back with 2 outs and possibly get out of the inning. So really, Tyler's looking for a strikeout or a pop up to the infield right here. Keep the runners at bay.
Danger time here for the Titans. Going to keep this one close. The top of the 5th. And Jeremiah Adams can do some damage. Hitting the fielder's choice in the 3rd. Reached on an error and came around to score in the 1st.
Yeah, got the middle infield playing halfway, and you do have the catcher running at 3rd, so that's don't have a whole lot of speed there, so it will give the Titans more time to make a play.
Adams from Massachusetts originally, batting .323, as you mentioned, going to West Point.
One thing you might be aware of is a squeeze, suicide, or safety squeeze here.
Going opposite way with that one, foul ball. He's on an 0-2 hole. Boy, should Kaiser get him on strikes, that'll be a huge out.
Yeah, that will be huge.
2 strikes. Let's play.
Is it 2nd and 3rd? Guadalupe and Morales.
Ball.
Give him anything easy to hit. Ball 1. Rivero on deck. And with 2 RBIs already in this game. Pitch to Adams. Twisted first, covering is Kaiser instead. They go home, and was ill-advised. His coming home to score was Morales. It is now 3-1. Wasn't a forced situation, so it had to be a good throw and a good tag.
Yeah, that's just. It was a really good pitch by Kaiser. He fisted him with it, and Moreo did a good job of charging it, just couldn't get it out of his glove in a timely manner and get it home to Zarello.
Now, inning can get bigger with Rivero. 2 RBI singles in the 1st and 3rd. Going to make it 3 for 3 here in the 5th.
It's real important here for Tyler to keep his composure. That's tough. Kind of tough to swallow as a pitcher when you know you made a good pitch. You should have gotten the runner at home. Should be 2 outs right here, but he's got to take a deep breath, stay in the game right here.
Rivero was hot. He was 3 for 5 with an RBI on Wednesday night. And starting to this one 2 for 2. Got him caught, and it got away. So it goes from bad to worse. And everybody's safe as the run scores. And an overthrow. Here comes another one. So a comedy of errors have led to a 5-1 game now. I don't even know where to begin with that one. Have fun scoring that one, Jim. It's going to be tough.
That's a tough one to score. Tyler did a good job of faking the 3rd, throwing to 1st. In that situation, lack of communication between the shortstop and second base, and the ball got through him, and consequently both runs scored.
Couple of errors on the play. And the bases are empty. And the game has opened up a bit, to say the least. So 3 runs already home here in this inning. with the benefit of 2 hits.
Yeah, because it looked like they definitely had the runner out at second with, if Dylan catches the ball and makes the play, of course then the runner at third is going to break home, and then it comes down, can we make the throw from second to home? But definitely should have gotten 1 out of the deal for sure.
You know, for Kaiser, he's got let down. Here's a chopper to second. Espinal on the hop, throws wide. And did he get it down? He did. Whew. And Rivero is finally retired. And they're just 2 away, though. Titans infield have let down their starting pitcher here a bit.
Yeah, with the lack of rain here, it's really hard in front of home plate. That ball just bounced sky high. Dylan did a good job of getting it down, getting rid of, and Morejo made a nice play over at first base for the second out of the inning.
Onyx Vega, the leading RBI man. The base is empty. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out and then grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the third.
Unfortunately for the Titans, this has been kind of a microcosm of their season. They've struggled to catch the ball and make plays defensively on a regular basis, and certainly those couple errors there in this inning have really put them behind the 8 ball.
Strike.
Top of zone.
Ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still 4 runs to work with if you're the Titans offense. A little slow to react here and bumbled. And a third error of this inning allows Vega to reach base for the first time. And what is Jeff Tam thinking right now?
Yeah, this was a good pitch, just an excuse me swing, and he hit it between first and second, and it forced Sanjuro to make a good play, one that he's more than capable of making, but it's just that kind of inning for the Titans. Tyler's just wondering, well, how in the world can I get that third out and get back in the dugout at this point?
Carballo. Has been retired on both plate appearances thus far. Grounded out to second, and then straight to first. They throw, and again, another error will lead to a runner on third. So Vega being given third base there. 4 errors in the inning.
Yeah, and again, they had him picked off dead to rights. Rivero was, or Vega, excuse me. Vega was running on the pitch and had him dead to rights for the easy third out. And just can't make the play.
Well, we got more errors than hits, it's one thing, but more errors than runs in an inning. Whew. It's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, and there's Coach Tam in the dugout. He's making some notes and things, and I'm not sure.
Trying to bunt the run home. Finally, the inning is over. Carballo retired, but 3 runs from 2 hits and 4 errors, and a runner left. And after 5.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Back at Bruce Bochy Field. And a 1-run lead is ballooned to 4. Eastern Florida will bat here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it's real.
Some runs to make up.
It's real important for the Titans. Keep their composure. Kind of chip away, get back in this game a little bit. They don't have to get all 4 of them back in this 1 inning.
First hit swinging. First pitch swinging, Espinal retired, 1 out. There's a difference in the game. 5 errors for the Titans, none for Broward. So should they not come back, you know what the subject is going to be harped on in that dressing room.
Yeah.
Sanjurjo will bat next, does have a base hit. Make that 2, he's 2 for 2.
Oh.
Continuing the throw is Santos.
Yeah, there's really no reason for the Titans to panic because they've been swinging the bat well against Santos. It's just a matter of putting several hits together.
Yeah,
so
stringing them along.
They're seeing it well.
And
wow.
How Santos nearly had his head taken off. And Sanjurjo aboard for the 3rd time tonight with 1 out.
Yeah, that ball was laced right up the middle. That's a scary, scary scene right there. Spoken from the father of an ex-pitcher. That's your worst nightmare. You see that ball come back through the middle like that.
Especially with those aluminum bats. That ball jumps. Celian Morejo is due tonight, 0 for 2. Grounded out, struck out. Runner on first. He'll take a strike. Morejo batting in the 4-hole. RBI in a run after going 2 for 4 on Wednesday.
Ball.
Big looping ball out of the strike zone. 2-1. Runner on first
One
to
ball,
Sanjurjo. Some time to get back in this. Got to chip away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1.
Yeah, Morejo's been an excellent cleanup hitter. He's been there the whole year and just been very consistent for the Titans.
He gets underneath this and fouls it out of play. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramos on deck. Just hit the ball hard, especially back in the 2nd inning when doubled and ended up scoring. So far, the Titans' only run. Foul back again. Santos has given up 5 hits.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of moving the ball up and down, in and out, changing the eye level on the hitter. So Morejo can't lock in on one area. He's got to look for pretty much anything here with the 2-2 count.
Chopped to short. Urso to second, on to first. In time, double play, and that is the inning. So Morejo hits into the 6-4-3, and the side is retired. The Titans continuing to trail in this one 5-1.
Yeah, Santos hung a curveball here a little bit, and Morejo just got on top of it. And Seahawks got him at first base by half a step. That was an excellent call by our first base umpire, Bill Stanley.
And Broward, after scoring 3 runs in the 5th, will come back as the sun setting here on Florida's Space Coast. Out to our west. Beautiful night for baseball. Just not for the fundamentals if you're an Eastern Florida fan. There's 4 errors in the 5th inning.
That's a beautiful picture there from our camera crew. They're doing an excellent job, as they always do, here on the beautiful campus of Eastern Florida State College. Going to the top of the 6th. The Seahawks will bring up Matos, Renovalis, and Morales.
Here's what we saw in the 5th inning. Try to keep up. It was taking home was Morales on that, and then the throw into the outfield. Screened a bit. It was error number 2, then error number 3 got away on the overthrow. Adams scored. A little slow to react there. It was 4-1 at that point. So scoring was Morales, Guadalupe, and Adams. And those runs unearned. Kaiser still out there. Because as you said, Jim, he's pitched rather well, just has been let down by his defense.
He's thrown an excellent game. Yeah, he definitely deserves to stay out there and get his innings in.
And they'll start off with a base hit. So Matos, after striking out twice, gets aboard with a single here in the 6th.
Yeah, Kaiser came in and challenged him with a fastball, and Matos just drove it right back through the middle. But again, Tyler's been pounding the zone all night, and he's done an excellent job. He's pitched well enough to keep his team in it, and it's going to be important to shut him down this inning and hold him at 5, and hope with 4 more at bats that the Titans can come back and tie it and go ahead.
Renovalis again will poke it through. A seeing eye single to the right side. Running is Matos. He'll hold up at second. First 2 have reached aboard and reached base here in the 6th.
Yeah, that was just a nice piece of hitting by Renovalis. The ball's down and away. He didn't try to do too much with it. He just took it, hit it right between first and second. Nice little piece of hitting there.
Scarlin Perez, the hard throwing lefty, warming up in the bullpen. Shamir Morales, who started off the 5th with the infield hit, came around to score.
Looks like Coach Beezer's going to talk a little strategy, having 2 on with nobody out. Got a 4-run lead at this point. Again, he's got the same situation. You know, do you bunt him over 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, or do you let Morales swing away?
Morales retired, or actually had both infield hits. Go for a 3rd here. Runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out.
That is a balk.
And a balk from Kaiser, who lost his focus just a little bit. Runners will advance 90 feet further. 2nd and 3rd, ducks on the pond for Morales.
Well, that takes away the mystery there. Then they advanced.
Is that what
on purpose? So Morales
Coach
can
Beezer
swing
said?
away.
Here comes the balk.
Here comes the balk. That's right. So now Coach Tam has the Titan infield in. Got to cut down that runner at the plate.
1 out of the strike zone.
It's so important to infield a layout on a hit in the gap and try to keep that ball in the infield right here.
Chopper on the infield, another tough play. They'll throw to 1st, and 1 away. Runners will hold. So executing the defense properly there.
Yeah, Tyler made another quality pitch right here. Fastball down away a little bit. Sanjuro came in, did a nice job of charging that high hopper, getting rid of it to first base to get that 1st out.
Zach Urso's 0 for 2. Hit to the 1st on 3 unassisted and then struck out in the 5th. Just an inning after Kaiser got him in order. That was the inning full of errors in the 5th. Barron down, swing and a miss.
Okay, 1 ball, 2.
A little surprised to see him swing over right here. I really thought Coach Beezer might put on a bunt, even though you've got a left-handed hitter. A lot of coaches don't want to butt, do any kind of squeeze or safety squeeze with a lefty, but since he's 0 for 2 and he's your 9-hole hitter, I'm a little surprised he didn't lay one down right here. Be huge if Tyler can get a strikeout right here, though, and get that infield move back.
And that will be foul off the right side. Runners obviously chomping at the bit to come home. 2-2. Just one away. Trying to avoid further damage. 2 hits already in this inning.
He caught it. He caught it.
And down goes Urso. 5th strikeout.
Yeah. That's a big pitch by Tyler Kaiser, keeping that ball down right around the knees. Nice block by Zorello to slide over and keep that ball in front of him. Get that all-important second out. Now the infield can move back, play normal depth. Try to get out of this inning.
Abdel Guadalupe 2 for 3 and has caused some problems here for Eastern Florida in this one. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd. Had a double and scored on the error in the 5th.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Went that time. 0-2. So this will be, should, knock on wood, Kaiser get out of this inning. This will be a nice little dance.
Yes, it will.
Offer him the first 2 hits and then getting out of a jam. Foul that one back. Still 0-2.
Kaiser challenged him a little bit on that pitch, and got to be careful here. 0-2.
Play.
Got a base open at first. Don't want to give him anything too good to hit.
Nice. Strikes him out. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 6th and the inning. There were no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. No errors, more importantly, as the Titans still trailing 5-1.
Tyler's just living with that slider on the outside part of the plate, just off the plate right there. Excellent pitch to get out of the inning and hold the Seahawks to 0.
Well, fans, The Busybody is a comedic play with 5 acts and will be presented by the Performing and Visual Arts Department. Those performances will be in the Simpkins Center on Eastern Florida's Cocoa campus at 7:30 this Friday and Saturday. That's March 23rd and 24th. So tonight, if you want to hurry up and get there. Again, on March 30th and 31st, visit easternflorida.edu for more information on The Busybody. If you want to know what it's about, it's first performed in 1709. The play is a farcical take on love and marriage that follows the characters Miranda and Isabinda as they attempt to arrange marriages to the men they love, all while the well-meaning Marplot interferes and inadvertently makes a mess of a sticky situation. That's The Busybody this weekend and next at the Simpkins Center. 5-1 here at Bruce Bochy Field. Titans need some runs. They're starting to run out of innings here. Santos continuing to pitch. Andres Ramos will start things off for the Titans. 5-hole hitter. A leadoff hit would do the Titans good here. First pitch swinging in foul territory, tracking into the bullpen and out of play. Ramos doubled and scored the game's only run for the Titans in the 2nd, then flied out to shortstop in the 3rd. Officially 1 for 2. Looping ball out of the strike zone. Santos has been given a 4-run cushion.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Downstairs. There's action, and at least there was in the Seahawks bullpen, but no sense of urgency now with a 4-run lead. Gets through. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3 straight balls out of the strike zone from Santos.
Yeah, down 4 runs, 3-1 count. Ramos has got to sit on 1 pitch and 1 pitch only. If he doesn't get it, he needs to take it.
And fisted on the infield. Urso will charge, throwing on to first. Going to be close play, and he is out. So Urso has been good. He's throwing out Ramos there. 6-3 he goes, and there's 1 away for Paul Castillo.
Yeah, it looked like Ramos got fisted a little bit on this pitch. Had a little trouble getting out of the box. Urso did a great job charging the ball, setting his feet, and making a throw.
Nice
Just
stretch.
getting Ramos in time at first.
Give Rivero credit for the long stretch. Might have been the difference between an out and safe.
Absolutely, you're right.
Castillo swinging away at strike 1. It's been erased or eliminated, really. He's 0 for 2, both times 3 unassisted.
Time.
We'll call time.
This is where the Titans have really got to decide if they want to be aggressive or they want to be patient right here. When you're down 4, I mean, you always want to be aggressive as a hitter, but you want to be aggressive on the right pitches until you get 2 strikes on you. So
here we go.
See what they do here.
Castillo again, another chopper. Fielded by Santos. Throw to first in time. So all the close plays going against the Titans here. Good credit to Santos, who kept his head on that one.
Yeah, once again, he got fisted a little bit and got out of the box in pretty good shape. Santos just made an excellent play getting off the mound.
Good call.
Getting there. Great call again by Mr. Stanley at first base. Got him by less than a half a step, but the replay clearly shows that he did get him.
No argument. And Coach Beezer, have a quick word with Santos as the bullpen continuing to warm up.
Yeah, I'm
Later
guessing
into this one.
when he got off the mound to go fill that bunt, that's usually difficult for a pitcher to do that and make the full spin. Yeah. So he may have tweaked something a little bit as he got off and made the throw, but it looks like he's going to be okay and stay in the game.
Either way, in position for the win here with 2 outs in the 6th.
It looked like you rolled it like Big Dog.
Insight there from home plate umpire Greg Wilson. Jason Corneal with the bases empty and 2 out. Swings at strike 1. Corneal, a fielder's choice in the 2nd, and flat out to right, so officially 0 for 2. Not really been the night for the Titans bats as of yet. Strike 2.
Looking at the flag over there, it's kind of almost limp, so the wind's definitely died down. Somebody could square one up. You could probably get one out of here now.
Corneal just the 1 home run this season. They've not been on time or in sync at the plate thus far. Santos keeping him guessing.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of changing speeds, changing locations, keeping the Titans off balance. He's an impressive young freshman. You always like those left-handers in today's world for sure.
Corneal sees that one get away. How come that doesn't happen when the Titans have runners on base, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the game.
I have a feeling Morales would have made a little bit more of an effort to bounce over and block that had there been a runner on third. Yeah. Nobody on and 2 strikes. You can just kind of swipe at it.
2-2.
Yeah, why give up the body? He already took one to the nether regions earlier in the game. Again, another weak chop. That went foul. Titans have not been able to connect here with the bats on this occasion. Again, same 2 teams tomorrow night. We 1 o'clock actually tomorrow afternoon. Yep. So getaway day, for lack of a better term. So you don't want to play too far into the night. You got to get up and do it again early tomorrow, back to the ballpark. Corneal has to count full. And he'll draw the walk. That should be just the second walk issued by Rafael Santos. And 2 out, a runner is aboard for Jacob Zarello. He was 0 for 1 with a walk back in the second. Ground out to short in the fourth. Runner first now, Corneal.
Yeah, Morales is going out there to talk to the pitcher just to give the bullpen a chance to get going out there. And one of the old rules of baseball, you know, the old assigned delay, if you will, from the dugout. It's good at bat by Corneal, though. After being down 0-2 and working his way to a walk and getting on, you never know. 2 outs, anything can happen.
Those little differences, and it's sent in the gap, it will drop. And Corneal will stop at second on the base hit from Jacob Zarello. So 2 outs and then a walk and a hit have the Titans in business here.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Zarello. That ball was up letters and he just turned on it and had a little top spin on that ball and dropped down right in front of the right fielder.
And normally when you have a 9-hole hitter who's a pitcher batting 167, you'd think this is the easy out. No, the back-to-back hits for Mason Studstill had the RBI double in the second and the single in the fourth. And this may be it for the pitcher Rafael Santos.
Yeah, I think Coach Beezer's looked at that 2 for 2 as well, and he's got a right-hander warming up down in the bullpen. So they're either talking strategy or they're just stalling to try to get the right-hander in the game.
Studstill, when you do all your research and scouting, you're not thinking he's going to be the guy to beat you. He's hit it hard twice. Bullpen continuing to work here. Looks like Nick Ferngren, player up throwing. Sophomore righty out of Fort Lauderdale.
Well, they decided to leave Santos in, and let's see what Mason can do at his third at bat.
Studstill has seen him well. Takes a strike down Broadway. We're a 2-out rally here, the Titans.
Defense have definitely made an adjustment. They've definitely shifted over towards the third base line, left field line.
Looking to pull up the middle. He's 3 for 3. Mason Studstill will have another RBI. It's botched a bit in center. Sliding in safe unnecessarily is Corneal, and it's a 5-2 ball game. How about Mason Studstill tonight?
Once again, Mason just seeing the ball well tonight. That pitch is down. He just drilled it right back through the box for his second RBI. I have a feeling he might be lobbying to Coach Tam tomorrow, maybe move to the cleanup spot.
That's right.
After 3 for 3 night.
One of these nights I'm sure he'll not forget. Should be a lot more sweet should the Titans come back. They're down by 3 now with the top of the order, Kevin Silva on with 2 runners on at first and second in the form of Zarello and Studstill. Silva is 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts. Sandwiched in between was a ground out in the second.
This will probably be Santos' last batter since he's facing the lefty. Got a righty on deck.
Laying down the bunt with 2 outs.
Otherwise, I think he would already be out of the game. But the fact that Silva's a left-handed batter, coach is leaving him in to go left on left and 2 outs, see if he can get out of the inning. It's real important Kevin square one up right here. He's been a little bit off balance with Santos' curveball tonight. He needs to stay back, look fastball, and adjust.
Titans leadoff hitter. 2-1 counts.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Osceola Cowboy with a K. came into the game batting .295. Really had a good game on Wednesday against these guys. That has not been true tonight, at least up to this point. Take a strike. It's 2-2. Run in on 2 hits thus far. The Titans trying to chip it away. Base hit here could score another. Open stance from Silva. And strikes out looking. A run comes home on 2 hits, but 2 left, and the Titans trail 5-2.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
That was solid.
Picked up it short by Pennington on the first. 1-0. Swings. And it's over the head of the right fielder. Strike 3. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
We go to the top of the 7th here at Bruce Bochy Field. Titans have snugged it up by a run, and now a new pitcher for Eastern Florida is Scarlin Perez, the Dominican, big, lanky left-hander, 6'6", 210.
Yeah, Scarlin comes into the game with a 3.75 ERA. He's thrown 12 innings so far this year, has 17 strikeouts and 12 walks. So control can be a little bit of an issue from time to time, but after that inning, scoring that run, the Titans are back in the ball game right now, so it's going to be important for Scarlin to really focus and set the Seahawks down here in the 7th inning.
A score update in the NJCAA semifinals out in Hutchinson, Kansas, as Eastern Florida down by 7 at the half, 43-36 to South Plains, Texas. So that's the semis, as the Titans will have to battle back to make a appearance in the title game for a second straight year. We've seen them do that before, come from behind.
Absolutely. 7 points with the 3-point shot now, that's nothing. So,
yeah. Especially when you got Ahmed Ali.
That's right. Titans got them right where they want them.
Be Jeremiah Adams, Alejandro Rivero, and Onyx Vega here in the 7th. 3-run lead for the visitors from Broward. Again, same 2 teams tomorrow, 1 o'clock. As they close out the series, will it be a rubber game or a sweep attempt for the Titans? That remains to be seen as they trail by 3. Adams has scored 2 runs. Reached on an error a couple of times and made the Titans pay. Also hit into fielder's choice. Gets away.
Don't bail on me.
Yeah.
You're supposed to protect him, right?
That's right.
Any umpire is taking a couple of shots, I think. I know what it feels like.
Yeah, the first 2 pitches, Perez looked like he's maybe overthrown a little bit. He just stay within his mechanics and don't try to overthrow, just throw strikes.
Perez, 12 walks, 17 strikeouts in those 8 appearances. And certainly the heat quotient going to be a little higher with him as it comes in, and there's a strike. So close the book on Tyler Kaiser. 5 strikeouts through 6 innings, and a couple of many of those runs unearned that he gave up.
Yeah, Tyler threw the ball well. He really deserved to win this game. I mean, he threw well enough to win the game for sure.
Just tailing in.
3 balls a strike. Perez trying to set the Broward Seahawks down and give the Titans bats a chance. And first runner is aboard via the walk.
Yeah, that's the last thing Coach Tam wants to see when you're just trying to get back in the ball game. Then your pitcher goes out and walks the very first batter. So he's probably going to have very little patience. It looks like he's got
Pablo
Barquero warming up down in the bullpen. So I think he'll have a short hook for Perez if he doesn't start throwing strikes.
That brings up Alejandro Rivero. A couple RBI singles. 2 for 3. And the runner on first and Adams, and Zarello will have a chat with his teammate Scarlin Perez. Perez making his 9th appearance of the season here, no record.
Yeah, once again, I think Jacobs is out there to try to give Barquero time to get loose in the bullpen in case Coach Tam wants to bring him in at a moment's notice.
We're at Bruce Bochy Field in Melbourne. Titans, some ground to make up. Got to keep them from burying themselves any further. Pitch to Rivero. Outside once more. Rivero of Havana, Cuba. 3 for 5 on Wednesday. And the runner goes. A good throw down, but gets away. And swiping second was Adams. So Adams now has his 15th stolen bag of the year.
Yeah, Perez for a lefty, you got to give him more than one look over there, especially when you know the team likes to run. That makes 78 steals on the year for the Seahawks. So, especially with a 3-run lead, you know they're going to be aggressive.
Again, the Seahawks entering the game 7th in the nation in stolen bases. When they're in the lead, they're going to really push the issue and push the envelope.
It just puts so much pressure on your defense, too. Pitcher's got to make a good pitch. Catcher's got to catch it cleanly and get rid of it.
And Rivero will tee off, sending it to the gap in left center. And the catch is made by Corneal, trying to take third on the play. Safely is going to be Adams. But Rivero retired.
Yeah, that ball was driven by Alejandro Rivero. To left center. Corneal did a really nice job of going back on the ball, but it was deep enough for Adams to tag up and advance to third.
Onyx Vega swinging away. Go out of play, strike 1. Runner at third is now Adams. Station to station baseball here from Ben Beezer's crew. Looking for some insurance here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest differences tonight, other than our 5-error inning, is we haven't been able to advance the runners like the Seahawks have, and they've put themselves in scoring position just about every inning. So really makes it a lot easier offensively when you can do the little things, bunt them over, sacrifice flies, different things.
A strike from Perez. And now ahead in the count, a ball, 2 strikes to Onyx Vega.
Scarlin's got some good life on his fastball. You see that little tailing movement away, kind of the old Fernando Valenzuela used to have, tail away from the right-handed hitters, and He brings it up there in the low 90s, low to mid 90s.
Back that one in, could not do so. 2-2. Vega again, the leading RBI man on this team coming into the night.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He caught it.
Strike 3. So the first strikeout registered by Scarlin Perez.
Nice curveball right here by Perez. Down under the zone. Jacob Zarello did an excellent job of staying with that ball behind the plate. Got that all-important second out. Now the infield can move back, try to get that third out at first base.
Alex Carballo, 0 for 3. And a very important run at third. Should he get him home? Some movement on that. Little off-speed pitch. Got him for a strike.
Another nice curveball by Perez right there on the outer part of the plate, maybe even just a little off the plate. Got a favorable call there. It's pitcher's pitch.
Walked the first batter of this inning. That's Adams, who's at third, and since settled in quite nicely. Big lefty. Set, there's the pitch.
No, he didn't go.
Checks the swing. 1-1.
Yeah. Did you have him going? Swing. Well, thank you.
Good teamwork by the crew, Bill Stanley and Greg Wilson, just to make sure.
1 ball, 1 strike. Put.
A 1-1 to Carballo. Upstairs, ball 2.
2 balls and 1 strike. Two butt. Ball, that's out.
That one missed. 3-1.
Well, it's breaking, so.
It's a good pitch.
He brings that back
it's a little bit off the plate, and I tell you, I've been real impressed with both of our umpires. They've done a great job tonight. Excellent job of communicating. Greg Wilson with both catchers, letting them know where the pitches are.
For a catcher, even a head coach, you really like that, right? There's no gray area.
Exactly, and they've been consistent. That's all you want from an umpire, just to be consistent, and they have done that as well.
Second base on balls puts Carballo aboard. Runner at third is Adams still. And here's Freddie Matos. Singled in the last inning after striking out twice in the second and fourth.
It's a good look at Coach Tam and Coach Soto in the dugout. And looking at strategy, it looks like they're going to leave Scarlin in there.
A lefty on lefty matchup. Matos the DH, runner goes, and the throw on its way to second, going to be cut off. So indifference.
0-1.
Matos will have runners in scoring position at second and third now. So against this team, if you walk them, that's as good as a double.
It's basically like throwing a double. It really is, and that's really the only play the Titans had right there, is to cut the ball off, because Carballo runs well. You really had no chance of getting him.
Perez 0-1 to Matos.
Nope.
Hooks away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Count even. Since this is a big moment in this game.
It really is.
Base hit really makes it really tough.
It really does. I'd like to see Perez challenge him with a couple of fastballs right here.
And we'll pop it out of play.
There's one. Now he's ahead 1-2. He can throw his pitch. I think he can get it by him if he chooses to go with the fastball. So again, he keeps it in the low to mid 90s. So you don't see that too much from left-handers.
Play.
Matos down a ball, 2 strikes. Perez going to get out of this inning with 2 away, but 2 on. at second and third. You see Adams there watching closely.
Ball.
Misses off speed.
Yeah, went with the curveball. Tried to get him to chase it a little bit off the plate. Not a bad pitch. Basically had one to waste there, so.
Chess match continues.
And with the base open at first base, if he walks him, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Then you'd have a force at any base.
2-2 from Perez. Did not get the piece of it that he wanted. And Matos. Still 2-2.
Went after him with the high heater there, and Matos was able to fight it off.
Let's play.
2-2. Adams at third. Carballo at second. Grounded, chopped, foul ball. We'll do it again.
Yep, good pitch, 2-2 curveball. Again, a nice piece of hitting by Matos, but like you said, this is huge. If the Titans can keep the Seahawks off the board right here, they're still in the game. If for some reason he gets a hit and gets 2 more runs, it's going to make it extremely tough with only 3 more at-bats.
Perez, another 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he's out of the inning. So second strikeout for Matos, a huge one as it strands 2 runners for the Seahawks after getting the first one
big.
on.
He came back with the heater right there. Just threw it right by him. Nice pitch, way to battle Scarlett Perez.
Well, students at Eastern Florida State College can take courses on any of the 4 campuses in Titusville, Cocoa, Melbourne, or Palm Bay. You can do so online. Among the many benefits are small class sizes and personalized instruction from outstanding faculty that are committed to helping students reach their goals. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu and become a Titan today. A new pitcher here for Broward, trying to close this out in the last couple of innings as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Bruce Bochy Field.
Yeah, it looks like we got Nick Ferngren on the mound, sophomore right-hander, thrown 17.2 innings so far this year, has 24 strikeouts and only 9 walks with a 2.55 ERA. So he's been one of their mainstays out of the bullpen.
Fergren playing the warm-ups. Titans, I'm hearing now, down by 15 in the second half, so really have their work cut out for them, just like the baseball team here tonight, down 3. But win or lose, what a season for Jeremy Schulman's Titans as they get back to the national tournament again and make some noise while they're there.
Absolutely. It's so hard to get that far at such a competitive level, and to do that back-to-back years is impressive by Coach Schulman and the Titan basketball program.
Final 4, yeah.
Sure helps with recruiting.
Sure.
For sure.
But that also, it tests you going out to Hutch because you're playing every other day, sometimes back-to-back, and that's not something you're used to doing.
That's true. That brings back the old AAU ball when the kids are in junior high and high school.
Titans down by 3 runs. Dylan Espinal, Christian Sanjurjo, and Elian Morejo due up here in this 7th inning. Espinal takes strike 1. It is 1 for 3 at an infield base hit in the 3rd. Fly out and a ground out to go with it. And he'll call time.
Like cement right there. Holy cow.
Yeah,
well, Jimmy, you said it's a really hard.
Yeah, we need some rain. You can only water it so much.
0-2 to Espinal. signature. It's his first strikeout, perhaps. Can he run it to third or run it to the first base bag? He cannot do so. So one batter and one strikeout. Espinal retired.
Yeah, it looks like Ferngren showed Dylan the full repertoire of fastball, curveball, changeup there and just kept him off balance.
Ferngren out of Fort Lauderdale. Cardinal Gibbons, sophomore righty, trying to close this last couple innings down. Titans able to get a run after 2 outs in the last inning. You don't want to leave yourself that too many times. You want to get somebody out there early. Sanjurjo up. He's 2 for 3, couple of singles.
Yeah, 3-run deficit's doable. You just got to chip away and try to get 1 run an inning if at all possible. Tie this thing up. Looks like they're going to have their hands full though with Mr. Ferngren. He can bring it up there pretty good.
Chopper slow to third and in time once more as Sanjurjo retired. There's a difference in this game. It's been the quality of the defense in the infield.
Absolutely. Yeah, really no comparison at all. They've made every play. They've gotten a couple of double plays to get out of the inning. I think we've had 1 double play ourselves, but then that one inning where we had 5 errors, it's just so hard to recover from that.
We talked to Jeff Tam following this game. Should this score line hold? That's the difference. 5 errors versus none. You want to get on his bad side? Talk about errors.
Exactly. You can get away with that in some of the non-conference games, and usually not even 5, maybe 3. But in conference games, that's a different story. You can't give the other team more outs.
Fisted Adams at second, and 1, 2, 3 go the Titans here in the 7th as Morejo is retired. No runs, no hits, none left. Broward continuing to lead 5-2 over Eastern Florida.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
We go to the 8th inning here at Bruce Bochy Field. Titans continuing to trail by 3 runs. Garland Perez back out for a 2nd inning of work. He'll face 7, 8, 9 in the Seahawks order. Renovales for his 4th at bat is 1 for 3. We'll take outside upstairs. Ball 1. Got a single back in the 6th. And count will leave it a ball and a strike. Favorable matchup for Renovales here. Lefty wheels and deals outside the zone, ball 2.
Like I said last inning, it's real important for Perez to throw strikes. If they get hits and get on, that's one thing, but you certainly don't want to give it to them and walk them. Fill up the zone and see what they can do.
Pablo Barquero continuing to warm up in the Titans bullpen. There's a strike from Perez. 2-2. The count goes on Renovales. Broward's right fielder. Low, count runs full. It's not been an easy night for Titans pitchers, made more difficult by the errors. Just the one 3-up, 3-down inning, that was in the fourth. If there's ever a team that could need it right now, it would be Eastern Florida.
That is for
Foul
sure.
Back. I mean, you always want it, right?
Yeah, but realistically, you're not going to get it. But
Yeah.
right now, in this particular situation, you're absolutely right. That would be critical if he could go 1, 2, 3, get back in the dugout, see if they can get some runs, get back in this thing a little bit.
Titans have went down in order twice tonight. Renovales, full count. Tipped it into the glove, and there's one away. So third K for Scarlin Perez.
Nice job there by Jacob Zarello, the catcher, to hang on to this third strike. Tough pitch down, foul it right back in there. Nice job of catching by Jacob.
That brings up Shamir Morales. A couple of infield hits and a ground out to second. Still looking to hit the ball out of the infield then. Didn't score a run in the fifth. Foul straight back. Morales, freshman out of Puerto Rico. Getting a spot in the lineup tonight at catcher. Eddie Arteaga has been the go-to catcher so far this season.
Yeah, with a night game followed by a 1 o'clock game tomorrow, it's nice to have two quality catchers. That way you don't have players catching back-to-back games like that.
That's 1 and 1A for Coach Beezer. A looping ball out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scarlin Perez so far tonight has been using that entire count.
Yes, he has. He's kind of been all over the place. He needs to fill it up right here and try to get this second out.
Broadway fouled back.
Good pitch there. Good try to get that curve ball over that outside corner. Just a little bit off the plate, though. Runs the count 3-2. Right here to the Seahawk catcher.
Upstairs, and he got away. So third walk issued by Perez against the 2 strikeouts. And a runner on first, so there'll be no 1, 2, 3 inning tonight. Now you can still face a minimum should you get a double play ball.
Right.
Urso 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. We'll let that one go as Morales takes the base.
Yeah, Perez didn't even look at him. He just went to the stretch, and they've definitely found something in the dugout, and they're communicating over there. And Morales, you know, being the catcher, he got a running start. Could have walked in there, and now we've got a balk that move him on to third.
Second balk issued against Titans pitching tonight. So stolen base for Morales, his second. And now he's on to third on a free pass. You talk about the 5 errors, but the 2 balks. Any extra runs here could be all she wrote. 1 away. Runner 90 feet away from making it 6-2. Came in. Ball 1 on Zach Urso. Broward 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fifth. Now here in the 8th, looking to close the deal. Titans with 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th. Urso trying to turn the order over. Two balls and a strike. Barquero continuing to warm up. Another lefty.
Yeah, he should be good and loose, ready to come in anytime. Right now, it's almost like he's thrown half a game down there.
The bunt. No need to, as that one's outside of the zone. Hoping to avoid a 4th base on balls here. You got to come in.
Yeah, I'm sure Urso's just sitting on a fastball right here, looking for something he can drive.
I'll take
I guess
strike 2.
Coach may have had him take there, have him go full count since Perez is struggling to find the zone. See if Perez is going to challenge him with a fastball or try to slip one of those curveballs over that outside corner.
Perez on the payoff pitch. Got him. 3rd strikeout for Scarlin Perez. Staying frozen at 3rd is Morales. Urso down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. That brings up Abdel Guadalupe.
Yeah, big 3-2 pitch here by Scarlin Perez. Decided to go with the curveball, and you could tell Zach Urso was definitely looking fastball all the way and just got fooled. Big out, though.
Guadalupe, top of the order, comes to bat for the 5th time tonight. Previously 2 for 4. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd, and then reached on doubled in the 5th, and advanced on an error in that 4-error inning the Titans had. Two away. Titans like to avoid any damage here to give themselves a fighting chance in the last 2 innings.
Nice job by Zarello there to stay down and block that ball. Keep that runner, Morales, at 3rd base. Jacob's done a real nice job behind the plate tonight, keeping everything in front of him.
Guadalupe reaches out and cuts it. Run will score, an RBI single for Abdel Guadalupe as Morales comes home, and that makes it a 6-2 ball game.
Yeah, Perez just left this pitch upstairs, and Guadalupe, being the leading hitter that he is, just knew what to do with it. Turned on it and hit it to left center.
3-hit night for Guadalupe. His batting average at .383 is going to head north, and I think Perez's night is done. That is the case. The lead extends to 4 runs, and to put out the fire will be Mr. Barquero.
Yeah, Pablo comes in with an impressive 2.78 ERA and 22 and a 2/3 innings pitch. He has 25 strikeouts and only 13 walks, so almost a 2-to-1 ratio there. So he's more apt to fill up the zone a little bit. He's been an impressive pitcher all year for the Titans.
Put out the fire runner on first, 2 outs. So close the book on Scarlett Perez, giving up the 1 run. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for Perez. And the dangerous Jeremiah Adams will be his first batter.
Yeah, how many times in baseball do we say those walks come back and kill you every time? And Morales led off the inning with a walk, and sure enough, he scored. So as much statistics as baseball has, I'm surprised they're not keeping that stat somewhere.
Yeah, walks that turn into runs.
Walks that turn into runs, because it seems like it happens 80 to 90% of the time.
Barquero Atico from Costa Rica, 6'1", 185. Dadalili from Costa Rica, I'm sure will be cheering on his country in the World Cup this summer in Russia. If you want to bring up soccer, of course, as I always like to do.
Yeah.
But when you're from Costa Rica, yeah, you're happy.
You're Orlando City man right here.
You can check out all the Titans action, not just on WEFS, but on EFSCTitans.com/webcast. You can watch all the archive versions of all the sports we do here at Eastern Florida on WEFS. Men's and women's soccer. Got volleyball for you, basketball, men's and women's, some softball this year, and baseball, of course, as well. EFSCTitans.com/webcast to catch us even earlier this season on baseball, Jim and I.
Exactly.
I think we're undefeated right now for the baseball team, so that's in jeopardy, right? They haven't lost since we've done a game this year.
You're absolutely right. That streak is in jeopardy tonight. The Titans are going to have a comeback for sure.
First ball thrown is going to be to first. As Adams batting for the 5th time. Scored twice. Reached on an error, reached on a fielder's choice, and an infield hit and a walk. So he's reached base all 4 times. Without a benefit of a solid hit, too.
Exactly. He's that typical 2-hole hitter that, you know, puts the ball in play, has a good eye at the plate.
And they got him in a
picked
pickle.
off again if we can
complete it.
Make some throws.
And down, and he's safe.
Yep, got under
you spoke
the tag.
too soon.
Yep. That return throw was just a little high, and Guadalupe did a nice job of sliding in under the tag.
So a rare base running error doesn't cost them. Guadalupe safe.
Yeah, Barquero's got a nice move to first, and obviously fooled Guadalupe, the runner, and one of those situations where you want to make no more than 2 throws and get the runner, and unfortunately the Titans could not convert.
Jeremiah Adams continue his at bat inside. It's 1-0. Guadalupe remaining at first. I think the Eagles said it best. One of these nights. We got 5 errors and a missed pickoff.
That's exactly right. Barquero's got a variety of moves to first, so he had that little quick snap throw, and then he's got a normal move for a left-hander, so he kind of keeps you guessing as a base runner over there, but he wants to be careful. He doesn't want to get too involved. With 2 outs, the main thing is focus on Adams at the plate and try to get that 3rd out right here.
Behind in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. 2 away in the 8th. Don't want any further damage. Titans have to make up 4 runs in the next 2 innings just to force extras. There's your little snap throw. If you're Jeff Tam, should you not get your boys to get a comeback, you do want to see them fight a little bit going down the stretch here to lead into tomorrow, right?
Oh, absolutely. Momentum's everything in sports, and if you can fight and try to make a comeback, whether you win it or not, at least it should carry over into tomorrow's game, because at the very least you want to take 2 of 3.
Yep.
Not that this one's over. It's certainly not. The Titans can 2 more at bats. They can certainly come back.
We've seen it before.
We certainly have, and But yeah, he's going to be looking at that, looking at their attitude, their body language. Are they fighting? Are they giving up? But so far this year, the Titans have done a good job when their back's against the wall. They've done a good job of fighting and staying in it, even though they've lost some games. But they've been battling all year long.
3-0 to Adams, probably taking all the way. Yes, and he walks on 4 straight. So first walk issued by Barquero.
Yeah, I think he's just, Barquero lost his focus, worried a little bit too much about the runner at first instead of the batter. And
he thought he would have been out of the inning on the
yeah,
pickoff.
Kind of lost his mechanics a little bit. So now he's really got to focus. He's got to forget about the runners and get the heart of the order right here. Hone in on Rivero and make some quality pitches.
Rivero has been retired twice in a row after getting base hits in each of his first 2 at-bats, 2 for 4. A couple of RBIs, as you'd expect 3-hole hitter to have. And again, a 5th straight ball out of the strike zone.
Yeah, the difference is here, Barquero's not going to overpower you, so they can look fastball and or off speed, where Perez, they had to look fastball because he's the low to mid-90s guy. So he's got to be a little bit more perfect, Barquero does, with his spots. Nice pitch there.
More of a Greg Maddux, right?
Exactly. Hit the corners, up and down, change eye levels, get them off balance, get them on that front foot.
Runner in scoring position. There's Guadalupe. And that got him.
Got him right in the foot.
And everybody will advance, and now the bases are corroded. Loaded with Seahawks batters.
Well, I guess I was wrong when I said Barquero was liable to fill the zone up a little bit more, because he's yet to do that since he came in the
kiss
game.
Of death, Jim.
I guess it is the announcer's kiss of death. It's like the guy's a 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
He hadn't missed one in 20 games, and he shoots a brick. So
Been there, done that. I'm the king.
Here comes Coach Tam. He doesn't look like a very happy camper, obviously, and he's got Bailey Wendell down in the bullpen warming up right now, the right-hander. See if he goes to him or just wants to talk to Pablo a little bit, try to get his focus back, and still have 2 outs. So really just 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning.
What could he be saying here?
You know, he's probably just talking to him about the runners and, you know, don't lose your focus there. Might even be talking to him a little bit about his mechanics. Maybe he's off somewhere and he's just having to make a slight adjustment, because typically he is a strike thrower, and it is very unusual for Pablo to come in and walk 2 straight batters. So I think Coach Tam has a lot of confidence in Pablo, and as evidence, he's leaving in the game right now, and he's confident that he's going to get him out of the inning right here.
Slow walk back to the dugout for Jeff. And Onyx Vega will step back in after the plunk that puts Rivero on first. Adams at second, Guadalupe at third. Base hit here, for all intents and purposes, could be game, set, match.
Yeah, and there's really just no weak hitters in this Broward lineup. They can all swing the bat, so it really doesn't matter what part of the order's up. They're tough outs.
Vega 1 for 4. Strikeout, also hit into a double play, grounded out. And there's a strike.
Yeah. Quality pitch right there by Barquero. A little slider right in on the hands. Couldn't do much with that. Now he's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw his own pitch right here.
Bases are loaded. And it goes opposite way. This will clear him. Big base hit for Vega. 1 run scores, make it 2. And a runner on third, and it's opened up on Eastern Florida. It's an 8-2 ball game. 2 RBI single for Onyx Vega.
Yeah, I just left the curveball up a little bit out. Vega did a nice job of extending his arms, hitting the ball where it's pitched, not trying to do too much with it. Drove it to right field for 2 RBIs. So Coach Tam's seen enough. Going to try to stop the bleeding right here and bringing in Bailey Wendell.
So Bailey will be the 4th Titans pitcher here tonight. And Bailey, freshman out of Oviedo, Florida, started Haggerty High School, former Husky.
Yeah, Bailey comes in with a 6.75 ERA. He's only thrown 10 2/3 innings this year, has 15 strikeouts against 9 walks. So it's going to be important that he focus and get the Titans out and get them back in the dugout.
Have to make up 6 runs in the next 2 half innings. Give themselves a chance, and it is not looking good right now.
No, it's kind of an uphill climb, but again, you got to look at part of sports. You know, you're not going to win all your games, and it's like, how do you react when you're in a tough game like this? It's one thing to lose a 1-run nail biter, and another thing to get beat 8-2 or something like that. How are you going to react, and knowing you're going to have to come back and play in you know, about 30 hours or so.
Not looking
or less
good.
than that, 12 hours or so.
Not looking good for the Titans basketball team either. They continue to be down by 15, just 3 minutes to play against South Plains in the NJCAA National Semifinals. Crazier things have happened in the game of basketball.
Yes, they have.
But they are certainly up against it now.
They might need Sister Jean from Loyola, Chicago, to fly over there real quick and sit on their bench and give them some magic.
I think Jeremy Schulman will take it. Would take that any day.
Yeah, that Loyola team, they've been fun to watch. Nevada, the team they beat last night, they're just 2 quality programs, and kids out there playing hard and fun to watch.
Runners on the corners. Vega at first, Rivero at third, a 6-run lead as we get set to have the first pitch from Wendell.
Yeah, once again, that first and third, you know, we've had them every time they've tried it tonight, but we've yet to get an out on it. So even with a 6-run lead, Coach Beezers looks like he's continuing to be aggressive.
Right down the middle, but missed the target.
Yeah, I think Jacob may have raised up so quick that the umpire, Mr. Wilson, couldn't see that one. Sometimes that happens when the catcher raises up to throw somebody out at second base. It blocks the vision of the plate umpire.
Carballo hitting .344. Has been a little cooler tonight. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And more insurance on the table for him with a base knock. Leaves it upstairs as Bailey Wendell. .3-0, and he walks him on 4 straight, and the bases are juiced once more. That's the 3rd walk this inning.
Yeah, not only, you know, are they walking, but as a defense, you tend to get on your heels, and because the pitcher isn't throwing strikes, and so when the ball is hit to you, you're not necessarily ready for it. So it's important for the Titan infield and outfield to really stay on their toes, move with each pitch, be ready to make that play to get out of this inning.
It's Freddie Matos with the bases loaded, 9th batter in the inning. take that one, a strike.
There we go. That's Bailey's bread and butter. He's got a really nice curveball. Not necessarily going to overpower you. He's 86, 88 with the fastball, but got an excellent curveball and typically keeps the ball down.
Matos 1 for 4, a single and 3 strikeouts. Titans trying to just get out of this inning without any further damage. Titans have issued 5 walks, all of them in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Tam's looking for. Obviously, you want
to tighten it up as you
tighten it up and throw those strikes. And if they hit it, they hit it. But
goes to show you how well actually Tyler Kaiser was pitching.
Yeah, he threw real well.
It's a chopper trying to get through, picked up by Sanjurjo on to first, and finally the Titans are out of the inning. But 3 runs come home on 3 walks and just 2 hits.
Yeah, Bailey did a nice job of keeping that ball in the inner third, and Sanjurjo went to his left real well. Threw a nice strike to the first baseman, Elian Morejo, for the 3rd out.
All 3 left on there, and the Titans down to their final 6 outs as we get set to come back to the bottom of the 8th. Ramos, Castillo, and Corneal scheduled to hit. And those 3 combined to go 2 for 9 so far in this one. Conventional wisdom tells you got to get some runs here, because leaving yourself 6 in the final inning, highly unlikely.
Yeah, the goal here would be to, if you could cut it in half and then get the other half of the 9th, that would be ideal. But you got to start with getting 1 first and go from there.
Yeah.
So our bats have gone kind of cold, and Mr. Ferngren seems like he has a good live fastball and an excellent curveball to go with it. So the Titans will definitely be tested here these last 6 outs.
He's had to sit in the dugout for a little bit after that long inning. That's something to
true.
think about.
Yeah, that could be to the Titans' advantage for sure.
We remind you that coming up, it's April, and that means Spring Open House Month, with Eastern Florida State College campuses opening their doors just for you. Every event will feature tours, assistance with Eastern Florida's online application and financial aid, information on how to direct connect to UCF, plus featured events unique for each campus. Visit easternflorida.edu to see a schedule and to sign up for the campus of your choice. That's Open House Month coming up. It has been Open It Up night for the Broward Seahawks baseball team. They've opened up a 6-run lead. And Ramos will start things off here for the Titans in the home half of the 8th.
I've got to believe with this large deficit Coach Tam's going to have him take a strike, try to work the count, and see if they can get some runners on and maybe get a big hit.
Count goes to 1-1 on Ramos, who had a double and scored back in the 2nd. Since has been eliminated with a fly out and a ground out.
Yeah, nice little slider there by Ferngren on the inner half of the plate. Kind of tied up Ramos a little bit. Tough pitch.
Ooh, close.
That was very close. Like they say, I like a hawk right there. That one was too close to take with 2 strikes. But Ramos got the call.
Ramos goes down and gets it. This will be extra bases down the right field line. He's hustling as Ramos will be in safely with a stand-up double to lead things off in the 8th. That's a way to start it off.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting here behind us, because that was a really quality pitch, outside corner at the knees. He just went down and got it and took it right down the first base line. And that brings up Castillo, who will turn around and bat left since he's facing the right-hander Ferngren. So this will be his first at bat left-handed tonight. So we'll see what Paul can do.
Castillo, the Titans right fielder, 0 for 3. Maybe the switch of sides are what will create the magic. Castillo batting .346 coming in, a couple of home runs. Upstairs a ball. Miami native will receive the 1-0. This is again, now real good hitters count. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, again, he's probably going to take till he gets a strike and drive the pitch count up a little bit, get runners on base, and then, you know, anything can happen in baseball.
.3-0.
You're right, maybe sitting over in the dugout for that long half inning. Sometimes that can
you're pitching such
make
a
it
rhythm
difficult
deal, right?
It really is, and he didn't go down there and throw any during the inning, which a lot of pitchers will. So sometimes you get over and you get stiff, and it makes it tough to come out here and throw strikes.
And a 4-pitch walk. Castillo is aboard. It's just the 3rd walk issued by Broward's pitching staff tonight. First 2 aboard. Jason Corneal. Scored last inning, or the 6th inning rather. Officially 0 for 2. He reached on a walk back in the 6th. And labor here for Ferngren. Corneal takes a strike there. 1-1.
A little surprised the Seahawks aren't guarding the line a little closer. I know they do have a 6-run lead, but you know, to prevent any extra base hits, I'm a little surprised they're not guarding the lines both at third, first, and left and right.
Corneal the other way. Down the line will score a run. Ramos is home. Here comes Castillo to the plate, slides in, safe. 2 RBI double with nobody out for Jason Corneal, and it's gotten a bit more interesting. The lead cut in half, 8-4.
Yeah,
scoring from first was Castillo.
Yeah, once again a nice piece of hitting by Corneal. Fastball, fastball in the outer part of the plate, and he just goes down and gets it and drives it hard down the right field line. Nice piece of hitting.
And going to the mound is Coach Beezer. It's going to be up for Ferngren. Yeah, he cooled off and has given up 3 straight hits. It's a call to the bullpen.
Yeah, I think this answers your questions about are they going to hang in there or give up, and their Titans are hanging in there tough. No out still, and a runner on second.
2 runs home. You said 3. You want to get 3 here and
right.
leave yourself
Cut
3 to go.
That's ideal.
And with nobody out, and a runner still in scoring position, maybe more is in the offing. Zarello up next will face a new pitcher. It'll be the 3rd pitcher of the evening for Broward. Number 23, Gavin Robinson.
Yeah, Gavin's had limited duty this year. He's only thrown 3 innings and has a 3.0 ERA. So pretty limited duty. But with a game, you got to bounce back tomorrow for a 1 o'clock game.
Don't want to waste the staff.
Yeah, you got to spread your pitchers out a little bit. So I'm sure Coach Beezer wants to see what Gavin can do in this pressure situation.
Well, 3 is certainly the magic number to Robinson. He's got 23 on the jersey, an ERA of 3. He's got 3 innings pitched, 3 walks, those 3 appearances. So
yeah, that's,
if it's the Titans, maybe he's giving up a 3rd run in the inning.
Yeah, we can only hope so.
It's getting a little bit more nervy here for the coaching staff of Broward. We're up 8-2. They snugged up just a bit.
Yeah, they kind of sitting over there pretty comfortable before the inning, and now Titans have definitely made it interesting.
If you're just joining us, it was an inning with 4 errors committed by the Titans infield. That really led Broward out in front. 3 runs came home in the 5th. And 3 more in the 8th. The home half, Titans have answered with 2. Here's Jacob Zarello. A walk, ground out, and a single. 1 for 2. Low in the dirt.
Yeah, nice play by Morales, the catcher there. Blocking that ball, keeping it in front of him, keeping Cornel at second base. Like I said earlier in the game, Jacobs got power at all fields, so he can take one out of here, left or right.
Zarello will take low. So this Broward pitching staff having trouble finding the strike zone this inning. RBI opportunity for Zarello here. Has 8 of those this season. A strike. Count up to 2 balls and a strike. Checking the runner is Gavin. Strike 2.
Yeah, looks like Robinson's got a pretty live fastball there, so haven't seen anything off speed yet. So Jacob's still got to look fastball and adjust to anything off speed.
Robinson, the sophomore from the Broward via Coral Springs, started JP Taravella high. Oh, wouldn't get that one. 2-2. A lot more chatter from both sides now. Here, we need this, Jake.
Yeah, you can tell Gavin wanted that pitch too. That was one of those that could have gone either way.
Comes set, swung off to the left, foul. Zarello in a battle.
Yeah, Jacob should have a good feel for his fastball because he's yet to see anything off speed. So it's tough, you know, throwing off speed pitch 3-2, but we saw it earlier in the game.
Full count, nobody out. Runner at second. And blasted straight to right field. Catch was made. Or no, it's safe. I'll have to take a closer look. But the runner advances in Cornel. A little dark out there in right field to know for sure, but rolling it hit the ground. So it should be no outs. As we take a closer look here, how close was it?
Yeah, Jacob did a good job. 3-2 count. Got in on him a little bit, but he's strong enough young man to really drive it out there. And Renovalis made a great effort, but did trap the ball, and Titans are on first and third with nobody out.
This is a man of the game here for Eastern Florida. 3 for 3, Mason Studstill, the Titans starting pitcher. Normally a starting pitcher, rather, but tonight the designated hitter extraordinaire. RBI double, a single, and an RBI single.
And you know he's itching to hit.
In a big spot now. Yeah, runners on the corners.
Anytime you're 3 for 3, you can't wait to get back up in that box again.
Goes down. Going to be a tough play at second. They get the force, but the runner scores, and another RBI for Mason Studstill. So Cornel, the runner to score, the 3rd run of the inning. Zarello erased at second on the fielder's choice. There's 1 out, but another run in. You'll take that.
Yeah, that ball was stroked pretty well by Studstill, but I tell you, the shortstop, Zach Urso, made a nice diving backhanded grab and got the force out at second base for the first out.
Back to the top of the order, one away.
Looks like we've got
pinch hitter for Silva.
Clayton Stanley coming in to swing the bat in place of Kevin Silva. His first appearance in tonight's game.
Clayton Stanley, the freshman out of Melbourne, but went into O'Galley High School. Don't make that one. The locals will get ticked. Batting 133. So hometown kid looking to make a name here. 6'1", 190, former Commodore.
Yeah, I tell you, Coach Collins over at O'Galley High, he's developed quite a program over there. They're loaded again this year.
Inside. Kevin Silva was 0 for 4 in this leadoff spot, so give Stanley a chance. There's a strike. 2-1.
Now he can hit, taking strikes all the way, and now he's got 2 to play with.
Two-one to Stanley. Strike 2. Now he's got 1 to play with.
Yeah, that was a generous call there. That was definitely a pitcher's pitch. A little bit off the plate, but good pitch by Gavin Robinson. Robinson.
Swing and a miss. Got him. So the first strikeout for Robinson. 5th as a staff for Broward, and now Titans with 2 outs. And Dylan Espinal to the plate. Espinal has an infield base hit. 1 for 4 tonight. Takes a strike. 3 runs in, though. Whole new ball game. It was 8-2, now 8-5. Robinson comes set. Plate. And Deuce doesn't find it. 1-1. Runner at first is Studstill. He's reached base all 4 times. Inside. He's leaving himself an opportunity in the 9th. But they want more now. 2-1 to Dylan Espinal. Keeps alive. Strike 2. Robinson, the 2-2. Inside corner, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts, and Robinson able to get out of the inning without any further damage. But 3 runs come home on 4 hits. Titans down by 3.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
My wife wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Go to the top of the ninth at Bruce Bochy Field. The Broward Seahawks with a 3-run cushion. Bottom of the order coming up now. Big inning here for Bailey Wendell to not let this get back to a bigger cushion. No more insurance runs. Titans are up against it as is.
Absolutely. It looks like Clayton Stanley staying in the game, playing left field. Coach Tam moved Paul Castillo over to center, and Jason Corneal is now in right defensively for the Titans. So they're going to need to really be on their toes, take good angles to the ball in the outfield, and try to keep any base hits to a single.
3-0. An auspicious start here to the inning and a lead-off walk. Wah, wah. I want to be Debbie Downer, but
yeah,
that's not what the doctor ordered.
That's the second inning in a row we've had a lead-off walk.
By my count, the 6th walk of the game by Titans pitching.
Yeah, just when you think you're back in it, and then you give him a free one. And then you've got Morales coming up, and he's been on base 3 out of his 4 times. So throw strikes, keep the ball down. It is the catcher, so could be potentially a double play ball.
Throw back. Renavales, a runner at first. Does have 13 stolen bases, so certainly a threat.
Yeah, I would look for him to go for that very reason, just to stay out of the double play, and knowing that he can run a little bit, and you got the catcher hitting.
Not that time. He had to come plateward. Morales, a couple of infield hits, plus a walk, 2 for 3.
I'll look for Renavales to take off right here. Try to stay out of that double play. He was leaning. Bailey made a good throw over. Nice tag by Morejo, just a touch late. Titans may counter with a pitch out right here, possibly with a 1-1 count.
Ooh. Bat foul. 1-2, and retreating is Renavales.
Yeah, Bailey then made a nice pitch. The fastball ran in on the hands there and got Morales to check swing and prevent Renavales from stealing second base here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back to first again.
Yeah, the ever-present cat and mouse game here in baseball, and a little clash of wills.
The old Tom and Jerry. There's a 1-2 to Morales from Wendell. Hung it, and it's a base hit to right. Mars will advance. Run of Alice to second. Morales has his third hit of the game.
Yeah, again, Bailey left this ball up about eye level, and Morales did a good job of staying on top of it and driving it to right field for a base hit. 2 Seahawks on base and nobody out here in the top of the 9th.
Zach Urso looking to avoid the golden sombrero. He's been retired all 4 times. 3 of those strikeouts.
Yeah, that's not a sombrero you want to get if you're a baseball player, for sure.
Do some damage here. Put it officially to bed, right? Well, not officially, but for all intents and purposes. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Just extending the game and taxing pitching staffs, which isn't helping really either team.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Coach Beezer is going to play some more small ball here, try to bunt the runners over. You know, Bailey can do one of 2 things. He can try to keep the ball down, or he can try to throw a high fastball and hope he pops the bunt up. Get 1 out, potentially a double play. Look for the Titans. They may run a little wheel fake right here.
Yep, 1-0. And fouled off, but Titans now showed their hand. Good call.
Yeah, I could kind of tell by the way, I've seen enough baseball this year that kind of tell the way Ramos was set up at third base. Coach Beezer's talking to Urso about, remember, you got to bunt strikes. That ball was up shoulder high and tried to pull the bat back, but just didn't get it back quick enough.
Getting a word of advice from his coach. Zach Urso, Western Florida native. Alice, the runner at second, Morales at first, and here comes the pitch is Urso looking to bunt, pulled it back.
Nice curveball there by Wendell, just a bit off the plate, but an excellent pitch nonetheless.
The 2-1. From the stretch is Bailey Wendell. Titans freshman runners moving. Down the line it goes. Tag applied and safe. So a double steal.
A little aggressive play there by Coach Beezer. Double steal, top of the 9th. But it worked out for him. Dylan got over there in plenty of time. Throw was there, but
just a little late on the tag.
Yeah, just missed the tag. Nice swipe tag, but it looked like he didn't quite make contact.
Urso now with a 3-1 count, a chance to do some damage. He'll take a strike. 3-2. Still nobody out.
Yeah, and the ever dangerous Guadalupe on deck. So this is a critical out right here.
Lifted foul. The top of the order has done a lot of the damage tonight. Urso just trying to turn it over here. We get a couple of RBIs in the process. Got away, but not far enough. Quickly on it was Zarello. Mentioned earlier in our broadcast that last year these teams played 7 times. Eastern Florida won all 7.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen in this conference very often. Teams are too good, but they had their number last year for sure. So Broward might be wanting a little revenge this year.
Yeah.
Try to break into the
trying to
win
even
column.
the series 1-1. Jeff Tam and his crew will be back out here tomorrow.
Yeah.
In what amounts to really a couple of hours. At this point, a little over 12. 14, 15 rather. Be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it's big right here. If there's any way Wendell could get a strikeout right here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and then hopefully get a double play and get out of this thing.
Ugh, fouled off Zorello. Ouch. And he's feeling that one.
Yeah, that's the last thing Coach Tam needs is another injury too.
That catcher, yeah.
Yeah, that one you could hear that all the way up here.
Each catcher has taken a ding tonight.
Yes, they have. Yeah, right off that right shoulder. Looked like it missed the protective pad there. It caught him right on top of the shoulder. And, you know, even though they're wearing all the gear, I mean, it's not that thick. So when you get that ball coming at that velocity, it can only protect you so much. But Jacobs was a big, strong, tough young man, so he's hanging in there.
Bases loaded for Guadalupe. He's done a number. Take that one outside. Ball one. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the third. Reached on, or doubled in the fifth. Came home on an error, and on the RBI single, and then scored in the eighth. Busy night. Guadalupe, the leading hitter, and pops it up. Gonna be a tough play. Running on is Corneal. Has it for out number one, and kept the runner from coming home. So a quick throw. Wasn't deep enough for Guadalupe. The first thing he's done wrong all night.
Yeah, that's almost as good as a strikeout right there. Just getting a pop-up one that the Titans could field and keep the runners at bay. Now you're one pitch away from getting out of here.
This is Adams. 3 runs scored tonight. Say officially 2 for 2 as he reached on a walk, an error, and a fielder's choice. Actually 1 for 1. He's got 2 walks. So as you said, the 2-hole hitter that just finds a way to get on base.
His on-base percentage is going up astronomically tonight. Another nice block by Zorello. Well, he's worked hard back there tonight. He's really doing a great job of moving his feet and getting over there and blocking the ball instead of trying to scoop it. He's doing an excellent job, just what Coach Tam wants for the Titans.
Quick visit to the mound. Another Eastern Florida pitcher. Boy, you don't want to keep trotting him out there when you need a win tomorrow.
No, you don't.
Andres Rodriguez, actually, so a field player maybe
Yeah,
trying to close this thing out. And got away. Here comes another run. Safely in is Renovales, and it goes back to a 4-run lead. Bases remain. We'll have a 2 on, rather, as everybody advances.
Yeah, once again had a fastball down and away and just a little bit too far out there. Jacob did a nice job of sliding over again. That ball was just too wide to really have a chance at that one, but made a great effort nonetheless. Yeah, you know you're getting desperate when you have a position player out in the bullpen warming up.
And another walk loads him up again. It's the 3rd time Adams has been walked tonight. And this call of the bullpen Brought to you by a very angry head coach, I'm sure.
Yeah, as the head coach and the pitching coach, I know he's more than frustrated. Just pitchers can't find the zone. At this point, I think he's just wanting Andres to finish the game, eat up the innings, and save the pitchers for tomorrow, and let's, try to win 2 out of 3.
Tough night all around for Eastern Florida Athletics. 89-76. Titans basketball season is over in the national semifinals. So congratulations also in order to Jeremy Schulman. What a run again, but they fall 2 games, well, a game short of making the final for a second straight year. And here on the baseball diamond has not been any better. So this will be the first appearance of the season for Andres Rodriguez. So just wants to get to the end of this one without hurting the bullpen any further.
Yeah, he's taking one of his 2 reserve position players and putting them on the mound. So that's when you know you're coaching a MASH unit almost, with all the injuries and different things. I've got to believe Andres did pitch some in high school, though, with those mechanics. He's got some good-looking mechanics, and most kids at the college level did do some pitching in high school or around that time, and so it's not completely foreign to him.
Playing his warm-ups. Mel High product. Taking one for the team.
And he gets to come in and face the 3-hole hitter right out of the box.
Borrow a line from The Godfather. Are you ready to do me this service? Just to save the bullpen. This one, not necessarily a lost cause, but with bases loaded and 1 out, a shortstop pitching and a 4-run lead, it's not looking good. Here's Alejandro Rivero. And a strike. That's something to cheer about there.
First pitch strike. We haven't seen that in a while, so
better watch out. He won't be a position player much longer.
Coach Tam might do a cartwheel in the dugout.
Oh, strike 2. Threw it by him. Andres Rodriguez. Give him a different look. Bases loaded. Oh, wanted that one. It hung.
Tell you what, that was good. That was a good-looking curveball. It was definitely out off the plate, but it had some bite to it. Certainly not the curveball of a normal position player. That was a really good-looking curve from Andres.
Bulldog gets him to swing at that one. He's 1 and 2.
This is what competition's all about, though, Some kids will step up and rise to the challenge, and let's get out there and compete and do your best. That's all anyone can ask.
And it's going to be a base hit. This will bring home at least 1 more. And you can't fault Rodriguez.
No, he made some quality pitches.
It's a good piece of hitting there for Rivero. Another RBI, and now it's 10-5.
Yeah, Rodriguez made a nice pitch, curveball, down and away, and Rivero just nice piece of hitting. Going the other way with it.
Oh man, they had the 2 RBI single in the last inning. Now up for the 6th time tonight. A night to be a hitter. Going first pitch strike once more. Grounded through. This will score 1, make it 2. It's overplayed and left by Stanley. How about all 3? And it will be a stand-up triple for Onyx Vega. 3 RBIs come home, and now it's just downright ugly.
Yeah, again, another good curveball by Rodriguez. Vega stayed on it and drove it, and Stanley left, just took his eye off the ball and got underneath his glove for turn a single into a triple, basically. It's just one of those nights, I guess, when it rains, it pours, and you got to believe you're getting all the errors out of the way tonight, maybe.
Way to put a positive spin on it for that man, right?
Coach Tam may say, guys, go home and sleep with your gloves tonight or something.
Please.
Try to bring some good karma to the game tomorrow.
Should be 6 errors now, leading to a number of runs. Too many to count. Should be 6. And a runner on third. Bio swings at that one. Well, what you hope then is Broward getting all their runs out of their system tonight. Slow down as this night gets later and later.
Exactly. Use them all up tonight.
The fans are still into it, which is good.
Yeah, he's got his own fan club out there, but he's got really nice, smooth mechanics and brings the ball up there nicely, both fastball and curveball.
And has his first strikeout. Bio is down, and there are now 2 away. 9th batter in this 9th inning is going to be Freddie Matos. At least that's who's scheduled to hit. And that's who is coming up to the plate. So what does it say to your pitching staff when you see one of your teammates out there because you couldn't get the job done?
Well, if you're a competitor, it should motivate you to get out there and work a little harder.
Matos will get a free pass.
And focus a little harder, because the last thing you want is a position player to come out and show you up.
Stinger there. I wouldn't call it a free pass. Had to pay for that one.
Yes, he did.
Runners on the corners now.
Right there where there's no meat on those bones, that one, he'll feel that one for a while.
Second time in the inning, Joseph Renavales will bat. Walked, stole base, and scored on a wild pitch to start things off in the 9th.
I know Zarello, the catcher, he may need an ice bath after this one to come back tomorrow.
Upstairs. I'll let you start thinking of the positive questions to ask Coach Tam.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be in the greatest of moods to be interviewed after this game.
We're contractually obligated, our producer Brian Foster says. Easy for him to say. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. 2-0 count, and the shortstop Andres Rodriguez, a reserve in there pitching for the first time tonight, and has a live fastball.
Yes, he does. He's got a good live arm, and like I say, just excellent mechanics. It makes it look effortless. He's not a big guy at all.
The hits he's given up have been just well hit balls.
They really have. Not bad pitches at all.
Now that one's well hit. It's going to drop in. It's going to be 14-5. A couple of touchdowns and extra points now scored by Broward College. And one more will end it anyway.
Yeah, this one he left up, kind of out over the plate there, and Renavales was able to extend his arms and drive that ball into left center. That was really about the only mistake Rodriguez has made so far. He's really done a good job of keeping the ball down and changing it with his fastball, curveball.
Runners at first and second, 2 out. Well, when you look at the stat sheet, Rodriguez is not going to like his pitching line or his stats, but he's doing his team a solid tonight.
Yeah, like you say, he's just taking one for the team, so to speak.
Playing for tomorrow.
Playing for tomorrow, absolutely. Come out tomorrow and start out 0-0, and hopefully the arrows will be washed away and bring the bats.
Just hope that Broward are using up all their runs in this one, leaving nothing for tomorrow. How many times have we seen that with Eastern Florida, where they've won big one night and then the next night they lose a 1-0 game?
Right, yeah, it's amazing how things can change from one game to another.
Pinch runner at second.
Yeah, it looks like it's number 7, Eddie Arteaga, is in the run.
Arteaga out of Miami Palmetto. They have 8 stolen bases. Played Wednesday and 2 runs scored despite going 0 for 2. Morales will foul it back. His 6th at bat. 3 hits in the previous 5 and a walk, so officially his 5th at bat. He's only been retired once. That's what I'm trying to say. And there's a strikeout. So Andres Rodriguez gets out of the inning, but 4 runs come home, and it's a 14-5 game as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Palm Beach State College Panthers. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Away, and this has not been a pretty bird. This has not been a pretty bird tonight. So 3 outs away from a very welcome good night, I think, for Eastern Florida, as they've taken one on the chin and had their feathers ruffled.
Very well said.
It will be San Herho to start things off, and a 9-run deficit to make up. So don't want to belabor the point. Just want to get out there and go get them tomorrow. The Titans should this scoreline hold. Be 3-8 in conference play, 16-14 overall. Strike. Fan still in it. side. Robinson looking to close it out.
Yeah, Gavin's come in and done a nice job for the Seahawks. He's trying to earn some more innings with Coach Beazer.
Yeah, just had the 3 coming in.
Right, so he's throwing the ball well since he's come in the game.
Now
he's got a good live arm and pretty good curveball to go with it.
Got a pretty good cushion to work with.
Yeah.
It changes things a little bit, right? So
sure.
Hasn't been in there in the pressure situation as of yet.
But this is kind of, you need a pitcher like that would come in with either way ahead or way behind and kind of eat up some innings and prove yourself.
Adams at second, on to first to Rivero, and there's 1 out. 2 to go. Just, you chalk it up. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. I've said that one before.
Yeah, that is very true. If you play sports long enough, you're always going to be one or the other at some time in your career.
Morejo. It's 1-0.
Okay.
Upstairs, 2-0. Inside, there's a strike. Broward looking to improve to 23-9. 7-4 in the conference, and a very impressive away record of 8-3. A Broward team that lost 4 of their last 5, so this is a funk buster. Count 2-2. Gavin Robinson looking to close things out. Hardly a save situation. And it'll be grounded left side. Foul ball. High in the sky, calling for it, and dropped. So a long foul ball. One of the few miscues for Broward tonight. Nobody was talking there.
No, that's really, based on the angle, that's really Adams' ball at second base. He needs to get the first baseman out of there, and it's much easier when the first baseman has that big mitt on. It's much easier for that second baseman to come over there and make that play. Just a little miscommunication, and they both went after it. Can't fault the effort, but
what, man?
In a close game, that would matter, but in this one, it's not going to matter.
Foul off the screen. So renewed life for
But
Morejo.
it gives Coach Beazer something to talk about anyway. They didn't play a perfect game. You can bring that up, an area of improvement.
2-2 to Morejo. His 4th at bat. 0 for 4 night. Characteristic of Elian.
Yeah, I think the frustrating thing, from a coach's standpoint, in Coach Tam's situation tonight, you can't fault their effort. They're trying. You're giving it their all. They just, didn't make some plays.
To the alley and caught by Guadalupe in left, and we're down to the final outs here, and Andres Ramos potentially the last batter of this game.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest hit balls tonight from the Titans. Morejo really squared that one up on the barrel. Hit a line drive to the left fielder, Guadalupe.
Let's take slow. upstairs. Two and one. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Brought it up earlier. This will ruin Gemini's undefeated streak.
Yeah, it will.
Calling tight baseball games.
We'll have to get back on track next month.
Got two more in April coming your way. Strike three, and that's the ball game as Morejo and Ramos the last two outs of this one, and this one goes to the Seahawks of Broward College. 14-5 the final. So the Titans will drop to 16-14 and further back 3-8 in Southern Conference play, and you got to have a short memory tonight for Eastern Florida for sure.
Yeah, you really do. It's kind of a tough pill to swallow in a lot of ways because it's like they gave it away instead of really got beat. That one inning of, or two innings, I guess, where they had 5 and 6 errors. It's just hard to overcome when you're playing a quality team like Broward. And like you say, it's like golf. You hit a bad shot, you better have a short memory and hit a good one on the next shot. And these guys don't have but just a few hours to come back tomorrow and get ready to play again, and hopefully you can come out victorious and at least take the series. Two out of three. That's one
positive,
thing I think Coach Tam's got to stress to him, and I'm sure he will, that yeah, we lost this game, but we can still win the series, and we got a third of the season left. So keep your head up and come out tomorrow focused.
Well, one of those nights, as we have said a couple of times tonight, it's just that's the game of baseball at times. And 14-5 the final score here. And again, as you said, the benefit, a positive, is to go out and win the series tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Joined now by Jeff Tam. And Coach, that's what we've said, one of those nights, but really walks and errors, really the telling story tonight for you, I'm sure.
Absolutely. If we're going to play defense like that, that's going to be the end result every time. We've had some problems, and we're a little limited on players. It's tough to make some moves, but the guys that are in there, they get plenty of reps, and when that game speed kicks in, we just keep making the same routine type mistakes, and we got to make pitches. 0-2 counts. I think we gave up 5 or 6 hits. I mean, it just can't happen that way.
Yeah. Talk to us about Tyler's performance on the mound tonight. I thought he threw the ball well.
He did. I think his last outing also he had a chance to win, but we made 10 errors in that game. It's kind of tough to explain because they get plenty of reps, and we work hard on it, and we do early work, and it's just not right now, and they're going to have to figure it out in a hurry, or it's going to be a long dragged out season.
Well, you get a chance to win the series tomorrow, Coach. Best of luck, and the nice thing is you get to get right back out there and try again.
Absolutely. We're still in an okay spot. It's still early. We win 2 out of 3, and happen to sweep somebody, you're right back in the middle of it. But it's going to have to get better on the mound. It's going to have to get better defensively for sure for that to happen.
Thanks, Coach Tam. Good luck tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Coach.
Jeff Tam, head coach of Eastern Florida State College. 14-5 the final score. And again, that's the one positive you got to look at as you get back on the horse tomorrow.
Absolutely. You got to look at that glass as half full for sure.
Now the Seahawks take advantage of errors and walks and get the win tonight. They're 23rd of the season. They're now 7-4 in conference play. They'll do it again tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Come on out to the Bruce Bochy Complex and see this one. For our entire crew, including Brian Foster, our producer, Roger Hayward, our director, my partner Jim Wilcoxon, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long. Titans lose 14-5. Good night.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.